Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. Off stream, literally right after stream ended last Saturday, I went back and did everything we did again, but this time with prodigious care, let's say, to actually making the choices that in retrospect were important. So you can see we now have a full team. I did end up catching that Makuhita. I chose Croconaw, and I got Quagsire and Flaffy. Flaffy is going to be remaining on the final team. Makuhita might remain on the final team because Hariyama's pretty cool. But I am super down for replacing Croconaw and Quagsire eventually. But for now, they're pretty good.
No.
Brandon, I like Flygon. No. I like Flygon.
Please.
So
you can't do this to me.
Freak it out.
Where are we?
Oh, sorry.
Where am I? Who are you?
Get
out of my house.
You guys can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely. I don't remember because I literally just stopped my like redoing all this until like right after we finished all of these people that are around in this square. Oh, by the way, I murked everything else. Everything that's not part of this party, dead. Like I need the XP clearly. So
fair enough.
So what was our actual goal?
Okay, so you went to the jail, right?
Yes, I did.
In this playthrough? I know we did for the last one.
Is that a question or are you just making a statement?
No, I'm wondering. I know we did for the last one, but I'm asking like did you do it for
I thought I answered you. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh god.
Did you?
Sorry.
How dare you? I'll kill you with my bare hands, and then my human ones.
And then my human ones. What the fuck just happened? Saba, why'd you leave?
Because I didn't have audio, but I can't really figure that out.
Saba, what the fuck is happening? You're duplicating.
She's duplicating.
God damn it! It's my worst nightmare.
God damn it! My flicks on powers are kicking.
Are you in now?
Yeah, and I hear it, which is
okay.
perfect.
Lovely, wonderful.
Did
only
you
there was a
talk
different
to...
streaming service we could use to watch the stream. It wasn't this stupid
Complain to Saba, bitch to Saba, okay?
Phenomenally better, okay? I'd like to see the game, at least, Adrian, rather than just giant pixels that are colored in the game.
Overrated.
You know, Adrian has a job now. He could just be a nice guy and help pitch in for Discord Nitro, so that way we can get HD streams on Discord.
What, pay you more of my money? I already pay you to be here.
It's true.
It's like a ticket. It's a subscription
did you
service.
Go to the Coliseum and talk
I have not
to...
actually talked to anybody other than the healing station and the PC in this building. Is that what I should be doing?
Yes, talk to them.
Okay.
You're not allowed to enter the thing yet, but
it will progress stuff. Okay, lovely.
It should
so we'll do
progress
that. So we'll do that in a moment. I'll address Mikey. Hello, Mikey. Welcome. Sorry I wasn't here last week, even though I was looking for Coliseum. I had stuff going on. That's totally fine. Don't worry about it. We're happy to have you here. Saba isn't on screen. Thank you for reminding me. So the water bottle is Grant. The I don't even fucking remember what these things are called. This nutsack from Wario Land Shake It is Adrian. His mouth will not open and close because Adrian's sensitivity is so high that Discord just detects that he's constantly speaking, but it's really good because it doesn't cut off his words anymore. So just know that this orange thing is him, and then Saba's obviously the cat. So yeah.
He's sensitive.
You ever see those dogs are so old that they don't have teeth?
What?
The controller just
What
died.
is it now?
Wow.
Let's go.
I am going to piss and shit and cum, fucking asshole.
That reminds me, I need to bring up the 3 real rules of survival.
Oh yes, the banter idea.
Yeah.
Piss, shit, and cum. Are those the 3 rules?
Well, no. The rule of threes in survival is that the supposed rule of threes is that you can only go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without, or no, what is it? I think it's 3 days or hours. Let me double check. It's 3 hours without shelter, and then 3 days without water, and then 3 weeks without food.
I'm going
and
to
starvation.
take a moment to do a save state just in case.
I purport that the real 3 rules of survival are partially shorter and partially longer. I believe the human body can survive approximately 3 months without pooping.
3 months.
I don't know about that, Adrian. That's extremely bold of you to claim.
Approximately 3 years without peeing, and but only approximately 3 seconds without coming.
True.
Wow.
True.
Learning something new every day.
These are my proposed new rule of threes.
Howdy, Mike. Nice of you to stop by. Tell Saba I says hi since she's always on mute. Okay.
3 seconds without coming.
3 seconds without coming is very funny.
It's true.
It's true. Ask anyone.
Ask anyone.
Check your pants right now.
Like you're a magician.
Check your pants right now, and then check them 3 seconds later.
Holy fuck.
He's right.
So, I know stream, and I'm pretty sure you guys can't see this either, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a lowdown as to like what's happening on my end. So I'm trying to reconnect the white controller to the to my computer. Hopefully it'll just transfer right over for this very legitimate GameCube that we're using. But the thing is that because I have 2 controllers that are each treated as the exact same device, when I go to the Bluetooth list, it's 2 of the exact same controller, but one of them is the old one, the one that's now dead, and one of them is the new one, the one I'm trying to connect, but they constantly swap positions. So I have to do a 50-50 guess on which one is the new controller, and if I'm wrong, I have to cancel and redo it. And I just failed 5 times in a row. So someone can do the math on that.
Don't go to Vegas, but evidently you are.
We're back. I don't even have to fucking reset the game. Let's go, everybody. All right.
Back to it.
Imagine not charging your controllers before stream. Listen, we went to the NASCAR Hall of Fame today because my nephew wanted to go as like a birthday gift. It was fine. Like, obviously, I couldn't give less of a shit about NASCAR overall. But I will say, one of the things that I found pretty disappointing about NASCAR in general, or about the NASCAR Hall of Fame, mostly right turns in the building.
Did you raise hail, praise Dale?
I don't know what that is.
How dare you? Went to the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Actually, there is one thing that I think you guys would really appreciate. They had a section that was all like a bunch of old like uniforms and jerseys and stuff from different racers, and it was cool because you could see like how technology and style changed over time and whatnot. But one of the things that I ended up falling in love with was I turn a corner, and out of the corner of my eye, I see one particular uniform, and I almost fell apart laughing. It was so fucking funny to me. So I'm going to send it in on air right now.
Yeah.
It's just like a clone suit.
Oh, take me to Brown Town.
So I'm gonna post it in on air for
like,
the.
What's the brand, like Nesquik? Like what? Why are we?
No,
looking
if
at...
you read
Baby
it,
Ray's.
it's Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Oh my god.
This sauce is
Brown
sauce.
It was like I fucking love the
God.
idea of a race car driver who's sponsored
Who's browned
primarily by
himself.
barbecue sauce. That's
Looks like
so
that guy's
fucking
3
funny.
years are up.
Oh gosh. All right.
That's sick.
But yeah, so there you go.
I
So,
should have just
that's
put it
what
on
we
the
were.
pants.
So that's what we were doing pretty much all day. My nephew, my sister, and my dad all participated in a virtually simulated race at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. My dad and my sister were doing pretty well, and my nephew has no driving experience, so it's fair that he was struggling a bit. But one of the people who paid money to do the simulation was just pitting people. Like at one point they were actively driving backwards along the racetrack, just trying to fucking play chicken with people. And I was laughing so hard. I check on air and I see Obo Quagsire. Did I not post it? 1 second.
No, I think Mikey's just saying that he also sees that.
Oh,
on
Obo
top of
Quagsire.
the-
Yeah, let's say that's
Yeah.
that's from a little bit ago. That was
Classic.
Grant, I think, that made that originally. if I recall.
No, I made the other one. The original drawings from
Wow.
Adrian.
Talk about on
I
camp.
thought I made Obo Squirrel.
You made
that
Obo
too.
you made Obo Green. That is very true.
The Obo Greedent was amazing, and still, and I think forever should be Zach's image on Discord.
I agree.
Okay, sorry. I'm all caught up. Still not mentally here because I'm still functioning off of like 4 hours of sleep. Remind me, what the fuck am I
Go
doing?
back to where you just were. You
Well,
were
I
literally
just talked.
right
I talked
there.
to them. I talked to them.
Yeah, did you try to register?
They hit yes.
Did you?
They thought so.
Did they say no?
Yeah. See.
Okay, cool. So go back.
No, I'm registering.
Okay.
Go back where? Hotel.
Go back to the front where
Really rusty.
there's that
town.
one person with the green hair and the sunglasses. I believe you can talk to them.
Oh my
and
gosh,
should be
did
able
you
to fight
change
them.
her name?
I did. Yes. Her name is now Critter.
Okay.
Barely even know her.
Exactly.
How can I critically strike her?
Like most women, with the back of your hand.
Classic Zach response.
Classic Zach.
Oh, fug.
Kale.
Rogue Kale. Are you some kind of plant?
No
Yes.
one has a normal name.
No!
What?
Please give me the rolls. Give me the rolls. Give me the rolls.
Hey Zach, I got
Oh,
some
we'll see what
great news for you.
What? Come on. Come on.
It's for it.
What the fuck is wrong with this game?
I love Furret. Look at him. Look at that sprite.
Are you
I
really
love
fucking
that.
trying to tell me that you like Furret more than Ralts? Ralts
as
into
itself?
Curlia into
Yeah.
Gardevoir?
As Ralts as itself sucks ass. Yeah.
That is true.
I
Ralts,
like Furret better.
Ralts by itself does suck ass. But listen, they didn't give a mega form to fucking Furret.
They should have. He's just longer.
That's how they could have saved Pokemon if they had Mega Form of Furret.
Yeah, he's just longer.
Furret can walk. That is true. Furret can walk. All right, I'm gonna
You
secret power
should
this
bite
shit.
low.
Oh, quick attack! Don't do this. Ow, my Espion. I do find myself conflicted though, because I'm not, at least presently, allowed to change the name of Espeon and Umbreon. I find myself compelled to just leave all of the other Pokemon with their default names, but that feels less fun. By the way, have I vocalized the fact yet that I think it's insane that this game starts at level 25?
Yes.
Like, that's... Why?
I'm only a quarter surprised.
Oh, can't use this. Oh, well... Return, because I am super
You
friendly.
should bite Ralts.
No, I think I want to kill Fur. It's the strong thing.
Oh.
See? It's fucking murking Espeon.
Nah, you're fine.
Espeon, return to me. That did nothing!
What the fuck?
Espeon, why? No! This turret's gonna kick my ass. Yes! Perish like a dog. I can't use those. I need this thing. On. There you go.
On Saba.
Tell me I'm wrong, Grant.
On daughter, on
Saba, on
Saba, on Zach.
On Saba, on Obo.
Why is she Saba, but I'm Obo?
Yes.
I said Zach.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate being identified by my Christian name.
I said Zach, but
Ugh.
with a CH at the end.
Oh! What the fuck?
I said Zach. with
John
a
Smith
Q.
says you're Obo Zach, okay?
Obo Zach. Okay.
Super-
No,
You
you
should
freaking
repost
pricks. All right, I'm gonna
Oh.
bite. I'm gonna bite this small child.
This is pretty good.
Not the first time Zach said that, am I right?
I'm scrolling through on air for old funnies, and I almost spat out my drink seeing the Super F. What was the context?
Super F!
I love Super F. But what was the
Me
context of
surviving
that?
March 14th, 2024 was a class.
Super F. Yo, it's Adrian. Wow. Machop
Take
looks
off the
disgusting.
part and the of part,
How
and
dare
then
you? Fuck
name
you.
John Smith.
You don't like his weird muscly arms?
I mean, he just looks. He looks like one of those. He looks like one of those things that you see
Yeah.
online where it's like where it's like a parent.
You don't like his
abuse-
vagina?
Oh my god, he does have a vagina. What the hell?
Bro. he just sucked it all
Anyway,
over his
moving on
pussy.
from whatever the hell that was. He
How
looks
dare
like he
you.
looks like one of those. He looks like one of those things online where you see like parents
like
that are
Machop.
abusing their kids, and they're like, all right, you're gonna work out every day from the age of 3 until you die. And so by the time the kid's like 7, they're like fucking ripped, and I'm like, I don't think the kid's supposed to look like that.
Yeah, what if it's cool? And then what if the kid grows up to be a bully? Then that's cool though.
Sure.
That is cool.
Machop's
He's right,
battle
you know.
portrait looks like he's peeking into the girls' locker room. I believe that.
Yay.
My shadow Pokemon was beaten. So, by the way, I want to clarify just to make sure that my assumption isn't completely wrong. My intention as of now is just to keep going with Espeon and Umbreon for as long as I can until the natural, like, de-shadowification or whatever of the team starts happening, and then start using the other people.
That'll take way too long.
But they're already like pretty far down.
Are they?
I mean, like,
You haven't been using them.
I haven't been using
Zach,
them.
where do you need to go?
I wasn't looking. Oh god, I forgot about this Final Fantasy motherfucker. It's better to use Shadow Pokemon in battle because it'll lower their the heart gauge, but it's also frustrating because they just constantly, like every second turn, they go crazy and I have to yell at them. And it's really annoying in a battle system that's already really slow. Is it like, I don't know, when we're done with this cutscene, I'll look at my summary of the Pokemon again, because I'm pretty sure like almost all of them except for Flappy are like below 1 bar at this point.
Don't they have 5 bars?
Yeah, but that's, I mean, I literally just
guy
caught
that's
them.
certainly not evil.
No, that's a good guy. Also, is it Mirror B or is it Mirror B?
Mirror.
But I guess so. Critter. All right. Cool. Let me look. All right. Yeah, see, look. Makuhita has like 1 down. Wait. No. You're at like 1. Oh. Okay, well, Flappy is less evil than Quagsire. I don't know what that says about anything.
Well, it says a lot about society.
If I'm Flaffy and Zach's Quagsire, that says
Thank
a
you,
lot,
Saba, for spelling out the
True.
joke. It makes it extremely funny when people do that.
Okay, I need some
Saba's
things
a
to be explained
master
to
at
myself
comedy
in order for me
because
to
she
get it.
And
explains
Zach's a
it.
master at cutting people off.
That's my job. Yes,
It's true.
that
I'm
is in
just saying.
fact my job. Yes.
Self-appointed.
Okay. All right. So you guys. So like if I. So what do you mean by way too long? What does that mean?
Because they're not gaining XP, right?
Yeah.
So,
So you're saying that by the time they get purified, they're going to be like way out leveled, and it's going to be impossible.
yes. And you'll have to grind them back up. Given you don't have an actual way to purify them right now, it's just better that you have them
So like,
able to
so like
when you are
this
able.
is fine.
Sure, if you want.
I don't remember. Is there XP share in this game?
It's in XD. I don't know if it's in this one.
So I
Look
didn't
it
play
up.
this game much. I played XD more. Some would say the superior game.
Is this contentious? Wouldn't the sequel be better than the original, hypothetically?
I don't know. I never played it, so
Ideally,
don't
I
know how good
guess.
I don't know how good it is in comparison. I never played this one.
We have to go with buildings.
Trying to figure out. Should be a way to get XP.
Where is that building? I think it's on the other side. Boy, I wish I had some running shoes, but then I'd have to take off these clown shoes I'm wearing.
The platform boots.
The world's smallest man. Fuck.
Door is locked. So go next to the left. There.
This thing.
Yeah.
I didn't
think
even
so.
realize that was a building. What the fuck? Okay, congratulations, gentlemen, on getting jobs at the cog factory.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to
Come on,
spin
Dust,
gears
spin
too?
gears.
Sure.
I was desperately in my head trying to think of how to make a joke about Cogswell being the cog factory, but I couldn't in my head because I'm busy around.
This windmill generates electricity for powering the Colosseum!
Every time they say a word like that, I'm just imagining Croc from Fairly Odd Parents.
This windmill powers your fairly godparents! Oh my god, is that blood? Oh no, it's
Powers your
paint.
Shadow Pokemon!
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
maybe
get
not.
you yet, Obo. You and your Shadow Pokemon!
I'm trying to get rid of my shadow
this
Pokemon, like,
shot.
desperately.
Well, and just hand
This
them
one
over
just-
to Crocker. Probably take them off your hands for free.
Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
Trying
are you
to get-
Are you trying to leave her?
No. I don't know what, though.
You caught on something.
Hold on. I can push you. Mr. Crocker, how did you know about fairy types? They didn't exist yet. What?
Fairies.
Fairies!
Let's see.
No! No!
Please
Please!
stop.
No! Oh, God! Fucking book in it.
Crocker only wishes to capture all the fairy types as he has an all dragon type team.
Have you gone into all the buildings
they
and
must
stuff?
be top tier again. Sorry?
Have you gone into all the buildings?
I mean, yeah. I think I didn't really explore much of the hotel, though.
I don't think you necessarily need to. For
But
the
I need to
hotel.
see oboing in the Crocker. Very good parents! Poets say, "Ten Pokemon!"
You know how they had like
Sure.
Pokemon where they would like tease by hinting at a Pokemon from the next generation in an older generation game?
Yeah, yeah.
What if they did that but with a type and it only had one single Pokemon for that type from the new game?
I think that'd be kind of neat.
Like, could you imagine if like
Just one fairy type in Generation 5.
it's one fairy type, but it's not even like a pseudo legendary or like a iconic or anything. It's just like Flabembe or something.
But yeah, it's just a baby.
It's just normal. All right. So what you were gonna want to do was leave the hotel.
Capture Timmy Turner's shadow
Capture
Pokemon.
the shadow Pokemon.
Mr. Sorry, I have literally no context for whether or not this joke would be offensive, but Mr. Crocker walking into a building saying, "I heard there were fairies here," and it's to Gaymar, and he's like, "My bad." Leave.
Jeez. So go down the building to the left of you, right here. Go in here.
Thank you, Grant. I appreciate you.
Check out this big man.
Oh my God!
Dookie.
This is what's his face, Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh my God, his name is Duking.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
That's what I call it when I'm fighting the toilet bowl.
I'm Duking.
I'm duking it out over here.
I'm trying my best.
Go to the
Oh,
show.
you know what I
Yeah,
should
there
do?
you go.
I should watch my own stream. There we go.
I'm duking it out with a toilet bowl. And I'm losing.
How's that? Go back. Go back to where you were.
Okay.
In between those shelves.
Yeah.
To the left. Press A.
Someone must have told me this.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
gosh.
crazy.
So what the? What? This better be
Don't worry
fucking juice.
You want some potions, mister?
They're just having a good time.
This person's like, oh, hey, do you want to try our potions? They're made from the radioactive waste we found in these barrels.
About to say, this entire region does look like a post-apocalyptic wasteland, which is insane considering that it's just Arizona.
Yeah. You've never been to Arizona?
Fucking
It's just like this.
Patrick SpongeBob meme. What's the difference?
Okay.
All right, now you can leave.
What the fuck was the point of this?
Watch.
So you could go watch these evil children drink radiation from water.
Duking! I've lost faith in you, Duking. I don't know. I like this guy's design. He's cool.
Duking's great.
That was a man that looked like a child. I guess it's fine. Have you seen what Poof and Foop look like in the new Fairly Odd Parents, by the way? I don't want to know anything about the new Fairly Odd Parents. I'm actively trying to avoid it. Despite it being like #1 like most popular thing to watch every week on the website that I go to, it's like I'm avoiding that shit like the plague. If it's good, I'm glad, but I'm satisfied with the original show. I'm okay.
They made them Tumblr sexy men.
They're babies.
Well, it's a time skips. They're adults now.
Is that true?
Yes.
What?
Cosmo wanted to have a new kid. Timmy's not in the show yet. They had a fake out, but he's not in the show yet. He's
Okay.
he's presumably an adult. Eighty's an adult, so Timmy would presumably also be an adult unless he died.
just
It's possible, but I you know, unlikely that he died.
Ooh.
He's fucking dead.
I think he's a full adult now.
I mean, okay. That's a little weird. It's fine. Whatever.
Also, people are saying that because Foop changed his name to something that's not stupid, well, something that's less stupid, I should say. He changed his name. The crybaby right are calling him trans when he's still male. He just changed his name.
I'll say you're allowed to change your name.
They also forgot this is the same show where Cosmo is the one who was pregnant with them.
Correct.
No one seems to be bringing that up. Anyway, I don't remember what the original context was for me looking this up, but I was trying to remember. Zach, I have an important announcement to make. It's an announcement and then a question. Zach,
Then that's it.
That's
you
it.
know, I heard the Earth is getting hotter. Now, Zach, would you
I
want
don't
a
like
gay
where this
son
is
or a
going.
hot daughter?
Excuse you?
Would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter?
He's got a point.
Would I rather have either of those?
A gay son or a
Gay
thought
son or
daughter?
thought daughter.
I mean,
Oh, what's being asked here?
I'm about to say, I guess gay son, purely because I would worry less about the well-being of my gay son versus my thought daughter.
Now,
Like,
what if I told
like
you
if I like,
that-
I don't know, like what the fuck? Like, am I Trump in this situation? I don't like. Am I really that concerned about my daughter being that hoe over there?
Well, I mean, the thing is, what if I told you that that was the very first opening lines of a rap song?
Okay, lovely.
I heard the Earth is getting hotter. Would you want a gay son or a thought daughter? Oh man, I forgot how much I love this song.
Now leave Pyrite Town.
Change your ways from playing. The stomach hurt got
Really? This quest of finding
misinformation.
the gear is not in this town? I have to physically leave?
Yeah, the gear's not in Pyrite Town. Silver ran off with it.
Right, but when I hear ran off, I think of left the mill. Or not the mill, the what you call it. Wait, no, it is windmill, so it is a mill. Sorry.
Eh.
Oh, hey! Big gear.
What's that in the corner?
I'm
Just
not...
put it in your pants.
Where'd it go? Did I put it into a Pokeball?
No, it's in your pants. Is that a gear in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
No, it's my cog.
Ah.
It's my enormous bronzed cog.
Whoa, nice cog.
Oh, nice cog.
These are.
Poof changed his name to Perry. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I almost wish that I almost would have rathered him stay Poof, I guess, but whatever.
It's Perry spelled P-E-R-I.
Yeah, I
not
can-
the
I can
normal
read.
one.
Yeah, but now the only thing I think of is Perry the platypus. Okay,
true.
it's not. He can't. He's never gonna usurp him name-wise.
He will never be usurped.
Perry.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh Jesus.
Though I will say I didn't see the cube guy before. Cube head.
Well, that's what the pixies typically look like, right?
They
So
have extremely geometric
was
heads.
Foop an anti-fairy crossed with a pixie?
No.
Something like that. I don't know.
Because like his dark black and blue like color scheme is anti-fairy nonsense, whereas the cubed head is for pixies typically.
Who
No,
knows?
Foop is just Foop's anti-fairy. Why is his head a fucking cube then? Anti-fairies aren't cubes. That's pixies. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure that's what it was in the original show.
Why is anti-fairy
I think you're
cute? Not
crazy.
I mean, I guess the fairies are round-ish, but they're not like circular.
Anti-fairies are a reverse of fairy. Correct, yes, but like my memory serves that in the original show, anti-fairies were just like essentially demonic fairies. They looked like normal fairies, but it was the pixies that had all the square heads. Oh, since Poof was a sphere, or Foop is a cube. Got it. That is true, because Poof was in fact like a perfect orb. Okay. So they're just making a callback to that. It has nothing to do with pixies, which is confusing, but I understand. What riveting conversation this is. You know what? I think Adrian already did his banter topic from today. Why don't we take some time while Grant is being very responsible with like instructing me on where to go while I'm delirious with
He's
exhaustion?
obstructing you. He's blocking your path.
Zach,
Grant-
turn around to 360.
We
Grant
could
is
do
instructing and
banter.
I'm
We
obstructing
could do
you.
banter topics
Bro.
while
There are two guards. One will instruct you on proceeding, one will obstruct you from proceeding.
A New Wish has no involvement from Butch Hartman, so it's actually good. I mean, yeah, but I really like the original show too. Like, Butch Hartman sucks.
Zach loves Butch Hartman.
It's just a crying shame because it's like the two main shows that I know him from, Fairly Odd Parents and fucking Danny
Butch
Phantom.
Hartman.
I really like both, except for the ending of Danny Phantom, admittedly. But that's, you know.
I don't know if I
whatever.
ever watched the ending of Danny Phantom. I know I watched a lot of Danny
There was
Phantom.
like a ghost meteor or some shit, and it was like weird because it should have been like this big incredible thing, but like nothing happened. I don't know. It was weird. We don't talk about Phantom Planet. I mean, I understand why, but yes. Are you gonna tell me to go kill Silva?
Colosseum, baby.
Okay. Well, I'm
the
gonna
game.
save, I guess, obviously, and then I'm gonna try to do the Colosseum with Makuhita and Flaffy.
I mean, you have your whole team.
I mean, sure. Do I heal in between each battle, though?
I don't remember. Hopefully.
That's kind of my point, I guess. I'm assuming that
You
this is like a
actually-
tournament-style gym.
Actually, between each battle, a guy shows up and beats a Pokemon to take more damage between battles that you can't do anything about.
He just has a baseball bat.
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to the Pokemon Club. He takes a nail bat with like nails in it.
Holy shit, it's vegan.
Zach says he's gonna save, doesn't save.
Ooh.
Hold on. Everybody, just
Just
remain
stay
You're
calm.
already in the Coliseum.
Well, if we fail,
Ta-da. There you
pull
go.
together.
It's Hawks.
Hawks! Okay.
And his partner, Tua.
No.
Hawks and Tuas.
Have you guys seen the Smosh bit where it's like Brock Baker and he's
Ooh.
doing a goofy voice and he's extorting money from a guy?
No.
Look at this Mad Max shit.
Pyrite Town, baby.
My heart gauge
Thunderdome.
just went down like super fast. I'm gonna Shadow Rush. I guess Sandshrew, right? Because ground against Flaffy is bad. Thunder.
Right.
Remind me, is Thunder Wave the one that just paralyzes them, or is that the one that's guaranteed to do 20 damage?
I believe that's paralyzed.
Thunderwave just
Also-
paralyzed. He's making a shockwave.
Thank you. You
Barbo.
could hopefully understand my confusion.
You don't know your waves from your other waves?
I can never remember the difference between those two.
Well, don't forget the Kamehameha wave.
Mickey Mouse Club.
Did that just eat up my turn, or is Flaffy just really slow?
I think Flappy's one of those weird electric Pokemon that's not very fast.
Beat his ass.
Ooh, this feels like it's not gonna go well for me.
Hyper mode.
Dude, it ate my turn! Why am I doing this?
Because you love these Pokemon, Zach.
I mean,
Have
you could
you-
swap them out.
Have you
and then
seen
just
the
call
Twitch
Flappy.
app update, by the way? Are you talking about the one that automatically plays like a random fucking live stream as soon as you open the app? Yeah, I saw it and it fucking sucks.
But don't you like being exposed to big content creators?
Well, the thing is that it
Big Twitch.
prioritizes people that you're following already. So hypothetically, it could be nice in terms of like, you know, if some of like my followers just so happen to like open up the app and they accidentally watch 3 seconds of my content by accident, that's good for metrics. But at the same point, I don't give a shit about that. I give a shit about like usability.
Obotoken jump scare.
Pretty much. Why won't this motherfucker shut up while like a water bottle cracks in half? This orange sphere has its mouth open like it has breathing problems, and there's just a cat covering the title of the stream.
Pokemon.
The usual.
Instead, it's Pokemon Colosseum.
If that is true, it's Kamon. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, these motherfuckers are losing Shadow Gauge like pretty fast.
Yes, sir.
Crocodile, bite this man. We're just shadow rushing. Can you motherfuckers learn like a second? Oh Jesus Christ! Can you motherfuckers learn like a second damaging move?
No. Shadow Rush, take it or leave it.
God damn it! Wow, Quagsire's tanky as hell. No! Don't eat my turd.
Don't eat my sandwich. Is that what this was about? What is wrong with
Oh
you?
my god! I am going to piss and shit myself, I think.
Who puts bees on a pizza?
Oh, by the way, can I get an out of 10 for the Sweet Baby Ray's NASCAR uniform?
Get it out of 10.
Hang on.
Holy fuck.
One
I'll
shot
give you-
Barboach, baby.
Oh, because I'm in hyper mode and I should have had him calm down.
I'll give you this video out of 10. Hang on. I'll give you this 3-second clip out of 10. Here you go.
I know.
I know.
Oh, god damn it. God.
I give it that out of 10.
See, such an astronomical amount of shit.
I know, and it's so. The thing is, it's so runny to be that consistency. It's perfect.
What would you do if the Nesquik rabbit was in your pool and he did that?
I think I would have
I'd
shot
fucking
him.
slurp it up.
Yeah, I don't know how I could
I'd
drink
have
the
a bunch
water
of free
fast enough.
chocolate milk. Hell yeah. I know.
By the way, do you guys have any like Fairly Odd Parents episode that's just stuck with you for like a long time?
Oh
Even
gosh, I had to think.
I have one. So
No, but I
You-
have a
you can
Sonic clip that
go.
stuck with me for a long time.
Don't even.
Shall I go first? Do you want to let me go first?
Yeah, go for it. What's yours?
So the one that I always vividly remember is the one where Vicky is evil because she's got an evil bug that's crawled up her butt. And so once that evil bug like left, she became good. But because the balance of the universe, I think, requires someone
Oh
to
yeah,
torment-
was it like the universe falling apart or some shit?
Yeah. So in the end, he chose to let the bug crawl up Vicky's butt and it's for her to bully him.
Damn.
Now I don't know what that says about me that I remember that one specifically, but
I mean, that was clearly Butch Hartman's fetish or whatever. Like, I'm just remembering, gosh, like I remember, like there was like a YouTube video that I saw where it was like a catalog of like animators' poorly disguised fetishes, and it was something along the lines of somebody either like turned into a woman or grew up through a wish in Fairly Odd Parents, and like the only thing that happened was that their thighs got thicker, and I was like, Butch,
I
come
know
on,
exactly what
you
you're
gotta
talking
work
about.
with me.
Does that mean
That was the Fairly Odd Parents
evil
TV
bug?
episode special where channel surfers, where they go through the channels. And
I was
then-
literally okay. Was it that? Because I was literally just about to say. I think that's the only episode I really remember. Because that's like an archetypal episode that's in like a bunch of shows where it's like, hey, we're gonna make a bunch of references to like other TV and movies and stuff. Because I remember Was that the TV one? Wasn't there? Didn't they have like a Fairly Odd Parents movie where it was like Timmy was like Spider-Man at one point, and then he was in Jurassic Park, and like I think he was in The Matrix. I don't remember. Gosh, this is all so vague to me. But
episode, right, or whatever.
It's specifically the bit you're referencing is Vicky and Timmy both have magic remotes that can do. It's like click mixed with jumping into a TV for real.
Was that a TV movie or was that a movie?
I think it was a TV movie, but basically Vicky is on a game show and she wins a bunch of money and they're like, we can't give this money, you're a minor. And then she presses the fast forward button and then it shows her age going from like 16, 17, 18. The only thing that changed, she gets a little taller and her thighs get thicker. And they're like, okay, you're an adult now. And they give her a bunch of money.
Why did her thighs have to get thicker again?
To show that she's an adult, I guess.
But you can do that just by having her be like taller. You don't even need to really change her at all. Depending, like she could just be like a youthful 18. I don't know.
I don't know if I can think of a thin adult woman in Fairly Odd Parents, like one that doesn't have like a dump truck ass.
To be fair, I think that also just might be part of the era because I'm thinking about like Dexter's mom. Like I remember that one was one of the ones where it's like in retrospect, people brought up the fact of like she's like dummy thick. Like what the fuck is up with that?
I think Jimmy's mom from Jimmy Neutron is not that thick, but I don't remember her very well.
Well, her skull is thick. Do you see the size of her head?
Oh, Jimmy's mom. Jimmy's
Vital
mom.
Throw. What's this one do?
Deals your level and damage, I think.
Oh, that's not terrible.
It's either that or it's the one that goes last always.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna kill you then. This Manetric ass. Trying to think, was there any other episode of Fairly Odd? Because I remember loving Fairly Odd Parents, but now that Saba asks, I can't remember any episodes. I just remember like general vibes.
There's the one where Timmy wishes he didn't exist and everyone's happier.
That is fucked up. I do remember that.
Like everyone's quality of life is markedly better.
Mikey, stop naming episodes accurately off the top of your head. This is room in your thought form that should be dedicated towards like education. That
should be dedicated to paying Obo token money.
Correct. Please do so. What do you mean?
I mean, obviously the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Which one? Was there like 3?
That.
I think there's only one.
I feel pretty well. There was a live action one. I know that, but that doesn't really count. I don't think.
There was a live action one.
I'm 99% sure there was a live action Jimmy Timmy Power Hour because freaking what's his face? Drake Bell was Timmy.
No, that was just the Timmy.
That was just the
movie. Jimmy wasn't in that one. That was just Timmy being a weird teenager too old to have fairly godparents.
Oh, because I definitely like my memory was that it was a normal Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, and then at some point like Jimmy does something and they go to like a third universe where both of them were live action. But I guess I'm just wrong.
I think you may just be misremembering the fact that, well, I don't know if anyone else is
Vilch.
For me,
by the way, Vilch is a great name.
when Timmy entered the Jimmy Neutron universe, that is specifically when I realized how disgusting the Jimmy Neutron art style is.
Yeah, it's not great.
But I didn't realize that until I saw Timmy in it.
Yeah, see, look, boom, thank you. See, Mikey's autistic knowledge proves to be extremely useful. Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 2, When Nerds Collide, and Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 3, The Jerkinators.
Why do they call it that?
Call it that.
No. I think, you know what? I think Mikey might have made the one up from his own imagination.
No, it's not.
I think Mikey just wished that one was real.
I actually...
But do you know one thing that I definitely love from Fairly Odd Parents that I still keep with me? Doug Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome.
Hello, sus. Timmy Turner, my name is Doug Dale. Dale.
Not right. That's right.
That's right.
I actually...
Oh yeah, there's the episode where Doug reunited with his long lost son from Lemonade.
Yes, I do remember that because he was kept locked up by Vicky to turn a crank that squeezed lemonade all day.
I wish my father was here.
Hi, sus.
You sure you want to not swap them out?
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I was thinking, dude, why are all these people on fire? Oh, they're mad.
They're on hyper mode.
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. I don't remember how that works. Anyway.
You should call them.
I should what?
Call them.
But what if I just kill the enemy instead?
Classic Zack technique.
Like, if I call them, what does it do again?
Look at that.
It just
The
takes
bar
off
went down a lot.
Okay, it's just like a little chunk of the bar.
It's like half a bar.
I guess that's fair. I guess that makes sense. Nectar of the odds. Mikey, you need to calm down. Yeah, I am uncomfortable by your level of knowledge of Fairly Odd Parents. I may or may not have the wiki open. Okay, that's extremely fair then. Oh gosh, that's so funny. But the what was I gonna say? I actually, now I think about it, I actually remember many more episodes of Jimmy Neutron than Fairly Odd Parents. But I don't remember liking the show as much as Fairly Odd Parents, if that's...
Because it looked gross. It had a gross art style.
I mean, that is true. It did have a gross art style. Hey, but listen, dude. Fairly Odd... Or not Fairly Odd Parents. Jimmy Neutron gave us Beautiful Gorgeous. All right.
Jimmy Neutron gave us the episode where Jimmy turns into a grotesque hamster body with his normal human head, and it was really disturbing.
Yeah, that's true. That is factually correct.
They also gave us the salt guy, like, candy shop or candy bar, whatever meme. Where guys
dude,
like, hey Jimmy, pass me the salt.
Yeah, sodium chloride. It's salt.
No, it's salt. And then someone made the video where the guy's like, dude, Jimmy, you're interested to drive everyone away from you, and your condescension is not even appropriate, given this isn't even scientifically salt. And then it goes to this long rant. It's a really good rant.
Colloquially, literally everybody identifies it as salt, so your efforts to correct me just kind of show that you're an asshole.
Literally. It's a really good video.
Yeah. That was actually Jimmy Neutron. I think I might have shared this on stream before.
Call him.
Fuck.
He's not listening to you.
Jimmy Neutron was actually one of the gave me one of my first reoccurring nightmares, actually, because there was that episode where they're going into Carl's dreams to like try to cure his nightmares, and they accidentally break, and he was like afraid of lima beans or something. So the lima bean turned into like this horrible like monster with giant teeth and stuff, and they accidentally brought it back into the real world. And at first I was like, oh, that's like silly. But then the episode ends without them like resolving that. And I remember that freaking me the fuck out as a kid. And I had like reoccurring nightmares for like a month and a half.
Jeez.
Oh, by the way, remember the episode where it's like they go into Jimmy and Cindy's minds and they like fuck them up and they end up like falling in love or something?
I vaguely remember something along those lines. One of the Jimmy Timmy Power Hours did give that frame of Carl looking at Jimmy's mom in a jar.
Jimmy's mom. I can't do the voice.
Jimmy's mom. I want to tell a lie. I remember that.
Never mind. I was gonna say something. I was gonna try to do an impression, but the first line that came in was something deeply awful.
Oh no.
Oh, was I supposed to call?
You know, but if you don't call your Pokemon, I will. Maybe they'll come to me.
I posted a pic from the Lima Bean episode. Oh my god. Childhood trauma, let's go. Yeah, that's what I remember. And I remember that freaking me the fuck out when I was a kid.
I more had recurring... I already talked about my recurring nightmare, but it was from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Of what?
Did I not talk about this on the stream like a long time ago, I think?
I don't quite remember.
It was my only ever reoccurring dream, and it was me with like, it was like not even the characters, it was the cast of the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and we were like going to this like resort hotel, and it was like kind of like funny, ironic, and then basically an episode stuff of miscellaneous junk would happen, but then always some point in the dream in the background there would be a chef who was frying nothing on a pan on a stove, and then would just leave, and the kitchen would catch on fire, And then, despite all of my efforts that would vary through every single iteration of this recurring nightmare, the hotel would burn down, and most of the time, the cats would die and I would escape. Except there was like one time where I managed to persuade them, like, "Hey, there's a fire, we need to get out now." And then they left, and then we just watched the building burn down. That was the last time I had that nightmare.
I mean,
Jesus
those
Christ.
interdimensional spirits that were trapped in your dreams thanked you and released you from your service.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I remember specifically having that dream all the time, being like, "Wait, I gotta do something different this time," and like doing different things every time I had it.
I've got to break the time loop.
I'd have that dream like once every
Time
few
loop?
weeks or months. I mean, it was basically a time loop. What is a recurring dream if not a time loop in Dreamland?
Yeah.
I had a reoccurring dream that I still remember like super vividly to this day. It was actually very similar to the Fairly Odd Parents episode we were talking about earlier, where it's like flipping through TV channels and stuff. Because it wasn't explicitly TV, but it was like different, like, I don't know, my memory serves it as like archetypal scenes and whatnot, but it was mostly like commercials, like back to back to back. So like I remember the dream, one portion of the dream vividly was like me and this other kid who I didn't even know, but I knew that they were my best friend. We were like, yeah, fruit by the foot, and then the camera would cut, but it's a bicycle. And so we would go over and I would peel off a part of the bicycle and reveal that it was actually secretly fruit by the foot, and I would start eating it. And so then like it would fast forward, it would go like super fast, and me and this other kid would eat the entire bicycle as it transformed back into fruit by the foot. But then when we finished it, the door of the room we were in would slam open, and it was like this giant, horrible, like Frankenstein looking guy with like, you know, zombified face and stuff. And he's like, "Where's my bike?" And then it was like every time I had the dream, it was always that beginning, and then it would just be like a random mirage of like whatever commercials I had seen that day. I remember there was like one time where it's like me and then I think my sister or something like that were swinging on like vines through a jungle, and the the what you call it, the Frankenstein guy swung from the other direction, like hoisted my sister, who is much older than me, off of her vine and just threw her to the jungle floor where she died on impact.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I was like, God, I don't even remember how old I was when that happened. I remember waking up like in a cold sweat thinking my sister had just fucking died.
Good
And that Frankenstein
Lord.
guy was me all along. I take off my mask, it's that guy. I killed your sister in the dreamland, and that tore apart fragments of her soul piece by piece until now she's a soulless husk.
We have to go find our Horcruxes.
All right,
I don't know.
gotta
Did
go.
anyone else
Guys,
have? Did
next
anyone
week.
else ever have any recurring
Goodbye.
dreams like that? Oh, goodbye, Adrian. Anyone else have any recurring dreams like that?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Really, you
Nothing
never
like-
had recurring dreams? I mean, they don't. I guess they don't
I have, but
necessarily.
it's nothing like interesting.
It was just whatever.
Yeah. You know, like there's always like the apocalypse dreams. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any reoccurring dreams, but I definitely remember some dreams.
Why do you say we? Like you're multiple people in one body?
It's the hive.
Yeah,
mind
I
that
don't know.
is
It's just
Saba.
how I think.
It's
yeah.
the Persian hive mind that they all have.
It is
Oh,
Saba.
true. But like I have one where, funny enough, it was definitely when I was younger because I think it involved like the Berenstain Bears,
Sure.
or it was
okay.
like it was set in like the art style. But I think I walked into like my backyard, and there were like normal sunflowers, and then the sunflowers, like, you know how like in horror films suddenly like the lighting gets like different. Then the sunflowers like grew really big, and then from like the middle of them came out like hippopotamus, like with the, like their mouths like gaping and all of that. And I don't know what is happening, but it was definitely horrifying.
Jesus.
Hippopotami.
Hippopotami.
These guys are scary.
I'll keep
So,
Makuhita out. I'll just
that was
call him
definitely
on
one.
turn one, right? That seems fair.
Sure.
Gosh, what was it? I was talking about apocalypse dreams, Grant. I remember. I think I might have even told you about this already, or I might have said it on stream. But like during that period of time where I had, moved to North Carolina, and my parents were putting a lot of pressure on me to like find a job, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get one. Right, like it was just not happening, and I was like super stressed. I remember I had that stress dream where I was sitting on a hillside, like a rather tall hillside, with a woman who I knew was my significant other, but I couldn't recognize her at all. And we were watching the sky as a giant glass, perfectly round meteor was coming towards the Earth. And right before it like breaks through the atmosphere and catches fire, she stands up and leaves, and I watch alone as this glass meteor like impacts the Earth, like causing a fucking horrifying like apocalyptic event, bounces and then keeps hitting the Earth over and over. And I remember watching that for like 30 minutes in the dream, just watching over and over. And I was like, God damn it.
There is a movie called, I think, Melancholia. I've never watched it. I watched someone like explain what it is.
You're talking? Is this the one where it's like the lady's depressed, and so it's like? Yeah. I'm about to say that's a really interesting movie. I'm really afraid to watch that movie because I don't want to. I do not want to commiserate with a movie about like a near suicidal depressed woman. I don't want to feel
because it's like at the like the end of that is like there is a giant. I don't know if it was like the moon or like whatever, but like
I think it was a meteor. Yeah.
Planetoid. Yeah, ran into Earth and everyone's dead, and I was like, that's freaky. That freaks me out.
Because like the beginning part of the movie is just that the lady's depressed and everybody in her life is like trying to make her feel better, but doing a very bad job at it.
Her wedding. Yeah, she's at her wedding, but she's like switches on and off for like. She's like, oh, I'm part of this wedding, but then she's also like, I'm incredibly depressed and lonely and like nothing, I can't feel anything, nothing matters or whatever.
And then the second half of the movie is that they announce that there is an apocalyptic meteor that's going to end all life on the planet. And like, astonishingly, she feels exactly the same. And I don't know, I feel like obviously it's just a movie, but I think it's healthy to use movies as like examples sometimes. Because I remember this movie being one of the go-to examples I used to explain to people why depression isn't just like the big sad. Like depression is like you feel like nothing. Like it suppresses emotions, and that makes you seem sad because you're not really expressing joy and happiness all the time. But at the same time, it's like I feel like that movie is a really good example of it, where it's like catastrophe could strike and you'd be like, yeah, that's fine. God damn it! How do these bots keep finding this channel?
I can get rid of that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Does Obo know about the infinite Pokeball glitch? I'm fine. I don't need infinite Pokeballs. I have a lot of money as of right now, so I'm assuming that the game is going to be pretty well balanced based on that. Although I've been wrong before, but I think it should be fine.
Anyway, I don't know if I recommend you watching that movie, Graham, but I sure as hell won't.
I've never heard of it before, but your description does not sound pleasant.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's obviously a deeply, deeply depressing movie, but it's very interesting and well acted.
It's like the
Mira B is the town's mover and shaker. I hope you feel proud about being the town's mover and shaker of a town that is made of like 7 million rusty planks of metal.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a very happy place to be.
It's like I am the most important person in the shittiest town on earth. It's like good job.
Now, I wanted to bring something up because I talked about it with my chat a little bit.
Oh my, hello, lady.
This is like a smooth conversation, but you guys know how flowers have meanings, right?
More or less, yeah.
Flowers, yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on if that became like it came back to be a serious thing?
As in, like, people...
Like it actually means something.
Yeah, I was about to say, kind of like how people treat horoscopes and stuff, or some people treat horoscopes. And, like, their zodiac.
Yeah, like, it's way more, it's like, I can't believe this guy I'm interested in got me a yellow rose, because yellow roses mean friendship. So it's like, it's not gonna happen. Like something like that. It's like, you know.
It'd be interesting of like, because different flowers mean different things in different cultures, of course. And so it's like one person's like, oh, this is so sweet, and they're like, I fucking hate this.
It's like, you do know this flower means I hate you, right? It's like, what? Yeah. No!
Like, I got you these red spider lilies. I want you to die.
There is no Yan Mega, obviously, because that's Gen 4.
Gen 4, yeah, not.
But,
all right. Well,
I think I like your idea, but at other points, it's like, oh, now you've removed using certain flowers because maybe they just mean negative things, and now you won't like see them that often.
Yeah, because I mean, I like the idea of flowers having like a standardized meaning, which they, you know, once again, that is like a thing. I like that because you can apply deeper meanings to things for people who care to pay attention. Like how do I explain this? There's like a thing and sorry to keep bringing this back to video games, I guess, but we are a video game stream. But like when you're doing a puzzle game, and the idea is like the basic puzzles are like kind of surface level, and it's just enough to get you to the end of the game. But then if you start like digging deeper into like the more meta puzzles, the game responds to you by being like, you deserve more, and they give you like more stuff. So like, you know, the surface level of like a bouquet of flowers would be like, wow, these are pretty and smell really nice. Whereas somebody who actually pays attention to like the meaning of flowers would get more out of that.
Like,
I think that's neat.
And like poison flowers, and you're like, I think someone's trying to say something here.
Holy
fuck. I thought that was an interesting thing to think about.
That was fair. Can enemy shadow Pokemon go frenzy or whatever?
I don't remember. Probably.
I wonder if they just never are alive long enough. Because I feel like it's every... Yeah, see, look at this motherfucker. I feel like it's every second turn. They turn hyper.
It definitely feels weird to see my government-assigned Pokemon sitting down while fighting.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
That was a lot. She did a lot there.
I think it's a he.
Oh, he did a lot there. Nice, dude. Croconaut's getting angry.
I love this mechanic. It is definitely not chore. It is definitely super engaging, and I love it.
I mean, you don't have to fight with 2 shadow Pokemon.
Yeah, but I want to be efficient.
But are you efficient? That's the question.
I thought efficiency was just kind of leaving them to their own devices while I, you know, kind of power through other stuff. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to kill this fucking Yenma.
It's fine. I would just like to commit murder.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of murder, if you will.
A little bit of murder on the brain.
Did you do that to prevent me from going to sleep? Because I know it's an electric sheep, but that doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't do anything. Anywho, I'm trying to think. Because once again, as I said like many times before, most of my childhood was Codename Kids Next Door. And so it's like, it's mostly just that I remember. I'm trying to think. Because what else was it? Obviously there was Teen Titans, but that was like later.
Yo, the better Titans. Hell yeah.
Now
it's just Teen Titans, but they're all...
You should, alright.
What?
I was gonna say you should, maybe swap out Flaffy or heal him.
Hey, wasn't it like a third? Yeah, you're fine. Oh, it's confused.
Yep.
It doesn't die.
You're not dead yet, kid. Keep going.
Get back in there.
I hurt someone. Oh, you're fine. Walk it off.
Rub some dirt on it.
Flaffy's profusely bleeding and punching itself in the head.
You're fine.
Just rub some dirt on it, you're fine, kid.
Just walk it off. But there was a funny flower I was looking at.
A funny flower.
Let me share it. Yeah.
Is it the one
Yeah.
where? Is it the one where like the
Fucking
stamen looks like a naked woman?
What?
I don't.
Have you never heard of that?
know.
Yeah,
I don't-
there's an orchid where like the stamen of like the middle of the orchid, it is shaped and has colorization to look
I
exactly
don't think this is
like
the
a
same
naked woman with her tits out covering her crotch. I swear to God. And every
I don't
flower
know,
looks
but-
like that.
But this one, and you know, maybe you guys take this one the wrong way, but technically it's called the bleeding heart.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think that's the same thing as what Zach's talking about. But I was
No.
like, imagine, because Mike was chatting. It's like, oh, imagine you gave this plant to someone close to you who they had someone pass away, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like this would be putting it a little too on the nose about like, sorry that someone died and your heart's broken. Take this
Just a
flower.
reminder, they died.
Just a reminder, you're sad.
You're sad. Don't forget.
Don't forget this is a symbol of your heart breaking and bleeding.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. I was like, I think it's
okay.
it's like the sentiment. I can see the sentiment, but it's kind of like if someone breaks up, like you get broken up with, and then your friend brings you like a cake or some balloons, and it just says plainly, "You got dumped. Sorry." It's like I think I can I understand, but can we know?
Yeah,
I'd
you
rather
know.
not.
So I would like to issue a correction. The thing I was thinking of was an artist's rendition of a response, because the actual flower is this, where it looks like a dude with his dong
it's like
out, and someone had made a Reddit post saying Mother Nature is a little sexist. We should have one for naked women too. And then they did like a 3D model of what if the orchid was like a lady with her tits out covering her crotch. That's what it was. And that had
See,
that
I
had
didn't
hit
even
like the
notice
front
that
page
at
of
first
what do you
until
call
you
it?
mentioned it, because I was like, oh, it looks like a lady with a fancy hat on. But then you said that, and I was like, oh, yeah,
Anywho,
that's unfortunate.
need you to die. I'm ready for Quagsire to immediately enter hyper mode. Let's go.
Anyway, I think subtlety is cool. That's my same. Again, I have that same energy when it comes to like, if I want to like own a piece of like clothing merch, but it's like associated with something like a video game or anime or whatever, I'd rather it be subtle. than it
Something
be,
where it's like you
outright-
have to be in the know to like fully understand what I'm going for
Papa
here.
doesn't
Yeah.
want people to know she plays Genshin.
That's
I
exactly
know.
that's exactly
I
it.
know.
I
I'm,
understand
like, walking around
completely.
here with like a character, what is it, jacket, and like you have to like know what it is. It's a pretty good jacket, but anyway. But that's the thing. I could be wearing entirely Genshin and you wouldn't know. But I think that's the fun
Sorry.
part.
True.
You actually totally reminded me of something that happened from today when we were in Charlotte. So we were coming back from the NASCAR Hall of Fame, waiting for the elevator of the parking garage that we were in. And outside, I saw somebody who had a Bulbasaur Hawaiian shirt on. And so I like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, and I was like, and I snapped my fingers, and I was like, hey, that's like really nice. And the guy like outside, I guess, heard me and went like, oh, thanks, you know what I mean, and kept walking.
Yeah.
And then like 2 seconds later, I saw someone who had their hair gelled back and colored like an anime character, and they were wearing like not exactly like cosplay, but they were wearing like clearly an outfit that was designed to evoke some character. And I was like, that's fun, hell yeah. Still having not realized what the situation was until a family came down the stairs behind us and like stepped into the room, also waiting for the elevator, where their daughter was fully dressed in Star versus the Forces of Evil cosplay. And I was like, that's okay. And then my sister was like, yeah, there's a convention in downtown Charlotte today. And I was like, what?
That explains it.
And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's fine, obviously, but at the same time, what the fuck?
I would say there hits a level. Like when you start looking like a little too out of place, that's when I'm like, oh, you're doing too much, right? But I like it where it's subtle enough where it's like, okay, maybe whatever this like character-based outfit is like hitting in like the tech wear, genre of outfits, which I guess could be seen as a little unusual, but you wouldn't know it's character based unless you knew the character. It just looks like
Saba's doing Genshin favoritism again.
All the time.
Get her.
But yeah, more so, I think I hate it the most when you just have a shirt, and this is not exactly like video game or like anime or whatever, but it's like you have a shirt and you just have like the logo like dead in the middle, like their name of the company or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm not here to I'm not a billboard for you to advertise your company. I know you make clothing, thank you. I'd rather not wear your name like right all across my chest, thank you very much.
That's fair.
I wish I had been more into Tunic back when it like originally came out and they had all that memorabilia coming out, because they I don't know if you remember this, Saba, but you remember the line language where it's like depending on which way it turns you could translate that into words and stuff. They had a t-shirt that was just one long contiguous line starting from the heart and then like moving all across, and if you followed the entire path, translated it into words, it was like the creator of Tunic thanking you personally for being such a fan of his game that you buy merch as well.
Oh, that's definitely sweet.
And I was like,
cool.
Dude, that's pretty fucking sick. I think that's awesome.
See, yeah, I like that. Or what is it when Pokemon came out with, you know, their line of like shirts, but it was like they made a pattern specifically. I think we looked at them. I don't remember if we did, Zach, because there was like some that we didn't think looked great, but there were some that like worked, I think. And I guess the ones that worked, I would push up and be like, yeah, something like this is fine, because from a distance people just see it and they're like, he's wearing a shirt with the pattern on it, right? And it's like only when you go up close do you see it's actually
do you
Magikarp.
realize that it's actually like Pokemon stuff. I was looking at my wardrobe when I went to go get the business casual stuff for Vegas, and I realized that I still don't really own very many like light colored t-shirts and whatnot, so I genuinely think I might end up getting that Eastward shirt I sent you, Saba, with the Scarecrow and Sam making the silly face.
Yeah.
Would you be so kind as to repost that in both on airs so that way Grant can see it as well? I know Grant doesn't know the game, but I think it's still a good design, period.
Oh, hold on, I gotta scroll up. How long ago was that? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, this does not seem long ago. Copy link. I like that Scarecrow. There you go.
Looks like a nice shirt.
Yeah, it's just kind of cute. I will say I could wear that.
That is true. You can wear a shirt.
So I'm assuming Plusle is going, because how else would I get Plusle back unless Plusle was imbued with shadow energy, right?
Not necessarily.
So is this literally just a case of like, kill the person who stole it and then
Kill them!
An Ein file.
Knock them out and then throw him off a cliff.
Oh, it's just a tutorial. Okay, got it. Thank you. Uzi.
The door of its heart to be closed.
What fucking
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts shit is this?
When you walk away. She was gonna fight you.
Should I have healed?
Yes.
Oh man, now I'm reminded by that thing I sent you before, Grant, about like what's this
Bitch.
sound that like invoke
Bitch.
fear.
Pepinch, please?
No. No.
Pepinch!
No.
I do actually have a sound that does that,
Oh!
which I'm very surprised I'd remember it, but yeah.
Pepinch, come on. I've never wanted anything
Man,
more in my entire life.
Like on stream, we're eventually gonna do Kingdom Hearts one day.
I mean, I
Yes.
did buy them, yeah.
It's true.
I don't know. I was thinking about it because my nephew... Okay, so definitely not using Swift anymore. I know it hits multiple targets, but Jesus Christ.
Confusion would be up there.
My nephew, because my nephew and I have been playing Wonderful 101, and he's having a good time. He's getting way better at it as each week goes by. But I was telling him that we just started Pokemon Colosseum, and he's like, "Oh, well, how long are you guys gonna be doing that?" And I was like, "I have literally no idea. It's probably gonna stretch well into like fall, right? It's probably
Like
it's gonna
2026 at least.
Well, I don't know about that long, but I says that, and he's like, "Wait, didn't you also want to do Chrono Trigger? Didn't you say that game like alone is supposed to be like 50 hours long?" And I'm like, "Yeah." and he's like, "Are you planning on streaming until you're like 40?" And I'm like, "I don't know. If you guys keep showing up, then sure, fuck it."
Video games never stop coming out, you know? We gotta...
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the games we play are not new.
We're catching up, Zach. That's the point.
I think if you actually took the time to like look at the different games that we play, and I think most of the quote-unquote new games that we play are on Sunday streams. Saturday streams are typically shit that's like from my childhood, I think,
or from other people's childhoods.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I suddenly remembered that I was extremely thirsty.
Twilight Princess.
That is on the list. It is on the list to play eventually.
And Skyward Sword. I understand the story's kind of borked, but like, whatever. Ignore it.
That's okay. Sure, whatever.
Ignore it within the canon of the other ones, okay? It's good still. I like it a lot.
Is it? I don't know. I look forward to...
I love Fanfi.
I look forward to eventually when we get around to doing Skyward Sword that I'll get a very legitimate copy of the Wii of the Switch release, which just gets rid of the motion controls if you want. I look forward to that.
That's exciting. I'm excited for that.
Can I hey Grant, is there, if I try to go around this like wall here to where the, like if I go through here to try to get to that healing station over there, am I gonna fight anyone?
I don't think so. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah.
Oh, well, you know.
Grant, give me your honest opinion of Slip Gizmoidy.
Pardon?
Slip Gizmoidy, I told you about him.
Oh, the kobold?
Yeah.
It's a good name. You didn't tell me anything else.
I did. I told you. I did. I told you that. I told you that he's a kobold artificer. I don't think I told you about what his gimmick is. His gimmick is that he's not very good at throwing the bombs that he crafts. So he either just like suicide bombs himself, or he drops it and runs away.
Okay.
And his name is Slip Gizmoidy, which is really fun to say.
Yeah.
I will say, I've already actually thought up probably the character I would use.
In if we were to restart with mods.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you even know?
That's how far I've gone.
Like, do you even know all of the? Do you even know all of the D&D? What do you call it? That are available in the game? Because like you could be like Hobgoblin. Like that's a cool one. The idea of having the extra reach plus the extra default strength on attacks. Like that's really cool. Because they don't have Aarakocra and they don't have the fish people. I don't remember what they're called. And they also don't have like just classic Saurian either.
Well,
they
okay, let's just say that regardless of those, out of the ones that currently exist, I have technically another character I could use.
Which is
I think of making it a wizard named Zelda. So I figured that
lovely.
would be
But what's the
spellcaster.
race? Are you just gonna do elf and just go full?
No, that one may just be boring, like human or like whatever.
What's what we're gonna be playing? Well, okay. First off, I guess as a wizard, you'll have access to the mod that adds like fucking 300 plus new spells to the game or whatever. So I guess you can have fun with that. So I guess that in and of itself will be really interesting. But
Well, they already did a fun one via my fairy mod in terms of like other type of character. I don't know. I could look through the whatever these additions are to see if I care for anything. But if not, I can always fall back.
I don't
on
know if
Zelda.
there's a full list for that mod. You could look up the mod and see if there's a full list. It's just one of the ones that's really popular on the Nexus, I believe. I want to say it's just called like expanded spell list or something for Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, that I saw. I didn't use because I was like, Jesus Christ, there's so many freaking spells on here.
Well, yeah, correct.
it's
There's a
easier
lot
to
of.
get
I
later
don't know if you know this,
that-
but D&D has been around for fucking, I don't even know, like 50 years at
Millennia.
this point.
You might want
Yeah.
to save.
I was thinking about that, yeah. Hey Grant, are you enjoying the playthrough?
I imagine Zach says I should
You
do
know.
that, and it just leaves without saving. That would be
Classic.
something he does.
Grant, what could I do to make this playthrough more engaging for you?
Shoot me in the face.
Okay, then why are we playing this then? Let me in. Damn it. Are you okay,
What do you
Grant?
want from me?
We're doing this because you wanted to play this, and also I wanted to play
course.
this a little bit, not a lot, but like a little bit.
Of course.
I don't like whatever Grant's
I feel like
doing
we're
right
being
now.
held hostage right now. I don't know what's happening.
Just go up the stairs.
I was just checking out the floor. What stairs? Hi, you have bad posture. Just like me. Never mind.
His name's
Oh,
Geets.
if you have bad posture,
Larvitar and Carvana. God, please. Just be Shadow
it's bad
Larvitar.
posture. There you
Come
go.
on. Shadow Larvitar will be sick. Please. Just let me come. No!
Please.
I just want to have a cool Pokemon!
You have Thundershock.
Well, okay. Oh, is Thundershock the... Okay, that's the one I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the funny one where Fluffy just he's like, eh, and then he runs.
Runs into Larvitar. Don't. Oh. Damn it. Deal double damage to this motherfucker.
Deal double
Okay,
damage.
so he's at 0 now. What does that mean?
So now you are able to purify him once we get there in the story.
What was I doing it now? Grant?
Because then you gotta immediately do it.
Oh, hey, look! Barboach!
A Barboach. Oh,
And now he's
Makuhita's
I
dead.
fucking-
think I
Guys.
arbitrarily. I think I had seen the Shuckle thing that's Grant had posted, and this was just out of nowhere. But I'll do it now because now I'm speaking about it. But look, it's partially Grant and Adrian.
Yeah.
Shuckle's
Yo,
great.
sir? Wait, doesn't that hit Flappy? Or does that not hit Flappy?
That does not hit Flaffy.
Yes. Wait, is Barboach part ground yet? I know Wishcash is, but
Yes, he is. He's part ground.
Larvitar is ground?
Ground or rock and ground.
Rock and ground? Because I know Tyranitar is dark and ground, I think. 'Cause he's
Dark and
evil.
rock, I believe.
Oh, is it? Can you double check that?
Yeah.
Isn't one of his things like Earthquake, which is ground?
Tyranitar is a rock dark type.
Really? I don't remember that. That's cool. I
He
wonder
was his
why
ground type.
rock. I don't necessarily associated him with being hard, I guess, but
He's hard as hell.
what's your favorite Pokemon combination to add with Dragon? 'Cause I just love Dragon.
For dragon?
Yeah, just Dragon plus something. Because you always, I feel like it's really hard to make like a shit Dragon design. Like there's Dragonite, which is pretty bad, but like it's also it serves its purpose.
I love Dragonite. How dare you?
I know, and you're allowed to be wrong.
And you're allowed to be a little
Dragon
bitch
fighting
about
kind
it.
Hey, you're
I
not
think
allowed
I'm
to start rising to my level of sassiness, all right?
Of course not.
Dude in
You're right,
dream of it.
Grant. How dare
Like-
you?
martial
Yes.
arts here.
I mean, Dark Dragon's cool. I like High Dragon.
That's the multi-headed one.
Yeah.
I guess that's
the King
fair.
Ghidorah.
It is kind of cool. I do like it. Is there a fire dragon? Who's fire dragon?
Isn't that
Not-
Dreadigan?
sorry.
Or is Dreadigan just...
I don't remember which one that is.
I think he might just be pure... Is there...
Because poison dragon is Gudra, right? I
Mega
think?
Charizard?
Well, I don't know if that
Finally,
one
never
counts.
mind. I was wrong.
Yeah, if you count him.
I don't personally.
He should,
you.
because he should originally be that.
Well, there's a reason why they didn't make Charizard Dragon, because Dragon in Gen 1 was specifically designed to be like an extremely powerful type. So I totally understand why they didn't want one of the starters to literally just be stronger than the others, type-wise. But I will wholly agree.
They
It is
have made him a legit dragon.
I'm about to say, he is obviously just a dragon. There was a Pokemon fan game that I saw that added like gene splicing as like a thing that you could do. And one of the genes that you could splice in was it was something. It was like genetic alteration, blah blah blah. It was like an item that you could buy that was really expensive, and if you did it to a Pokemon, it would give it its alternate typing. And for Charizard, it was either Flying Dragon or Fire Dragon were the two options that you could pick for like
cool.
alternate typings. And I thought both of them were like kind of
Say
cool.
fire dragon.
Reshiram and Turtonator are also...
Oh, is Turtonator
Fire Dragon.
that's like the spiky turtle thing?
Yeah, they are both Fire Dragon.
Yeah, that guy.
These,
I was say, I think that's Alola, I think. Is that thing?
Probably.
What was the one that
That's
you said? Druddigan?
Reshiram,
Well, no, before that. Didn't you say Druddigan or something?
Charizard. Oh, Druddigan? I think he's just...
But which one is he?
Yeah, he's just
can you
pure
remind
dragon.
me?
I'll send you a picture.
send us the picture.
He's this guy.
Oh, he's just Dragon, right?
Yeah, he's just Dragon.
Yeah, I
thought
think
he
he's
was
true Dragon. I
Fire.
remember that. That's all, because that's also Gen 5. I remember thinking that was a little weird, that Gen 5 had like a lot of like just random dragons in it.
Yeah, I mean, they had Haxorus, they had Hydreigon, Druddigan, both the legendaries
Both
were
of
dragon.
the legendaries were part dragon.
And Kyurem. Kyurem was
And
dragon.
Kyurem, that's true. What was Kyurem's second type? Ice, I think, right?
Ice. Yeah,
Yeah.
ice.
What do you think that if they ever do, and I'm sure that they're gonna, when if they do a remake that's not like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl style, like if they do one that's a little transformative, and they finally go back and do that thing where Kyurem takes the energy of the other two and returns to like its true form, what do you think the typing would be then?
Ooh.
Because the idea was that it was ice because it had no
Dragon
energy.
and something.
Yeah, it's certainly dragon in something, because they're all dragon, right? But it's like, what would you do? Because it's like, it's already fire and electricity or electric, because those are like the energy forms that you can have.
Yeah.
So I genuinely wonder what Kyurem's true form, what its second type would be.
Dragon and Psychic, I don't know.
I could see that, actually. That kind of makes sense in a way. But then again, I feel like that almost taps into like my thing of like wishing that there was a cosmic type, because they use psychic for fucking everything.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm trying to think, and it's like, is there any other Pokemon type that is like associated with like energy or heat? I don't think so. I guess dragon, but that's
Fighting.
Fighting, heroic, that is true.
Okay.
Oh,
well, this is what
Grant, how
I
fucked would that
before-
be if
Okay,
Kyurem
well,
turned into its true form and it was Dragon Dark?
I guess I'm just gonna.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Sorry, Saba, what were you saying?
Oh, okay, it's my turn now. I was gonna say I don't know from which I like fighting, just because every single time I think of fighting, I think of what is it? Those two dudes.
You talking
in,
about dragon fighting or just fighting in general?
Like pairing fighting with dragon, because when I think of fighting, I think of like Machamp or those like two guys in the martial arts
Sock and throw?
robes.
Hawk
Yeah, and I'm
and
just
Tua?
like,
McGee.
And I just imagine, I'm like, how does that translate
Yeah,
well onto
dude,
dragon?
I love
If dragons already like to
Hakumo, though.
fight.
Como.
Like that's cool.
Como,
That's
sorry.
cool for sure. But it's like if when I think of a dragon, I'm like, I imagine dragons already like fighting.
Imagine dragons?
Imagine dragons. But it's like I think more like elemental dragons or like that idea makes more sense to me because I'm like, yeah, dragons fight. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragon fighting.
Fighting dragon.
It is interesting
yeah.
now that you mention that, though. Is there actually, or now that I think about it, because you already said High Dragon or whatever, the one that's Dragon Dark. Is there another Dragon Dark type? Because like in my
Well,
mind,
Zach,
sorry,
I've got some great news for you. That's gonna upset you.
what? No.
That's kind of
This is dragon.
You know what? Guzzlord is fine. Like Guzzlord's
That's
allowed.
just a giant pumpkin.
Guzzlord,
That's
baby.
Guzzlord. This is
That's a
the Pokemon from that
jack-o'-lantern.
hilarious clip where he just goes ah constantly.
Roaring Moon is also Dragon Dark.
Really?
I mean,
I'm assuming that must be
Okay.
associated with just evil instead of darkness, right?
Mm.
Because once again, because it's like I always have to remind myself of like in Japan, it's not literally dark as in darkness. It's dark. It's like dark as in
Villain
like
and
evil
hero.
bad.
evil
villain and
weird.
hero.
Which is a little fucked. I think we already talked about this, but the idea of like one of your like because that was Gen 2, I think that they added Dark type. The idea of like, you know, hey, we have a type that specifically delineates that this Pokemon is fucking evil.
Good.
This Weavile is evil.
Oh, yes.
Evil.
Good.
Yes. Trying to think. You know, it would be actually, Grant, if the Pokemon Company weren't cowards. The true form
are.
of Kyurem would be Dragon Light type, just like the combined form of what's his face from Alola. God, what was his name? Necrozma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Necrozma one where he absorbs both of them and he turns into like a fucked up light dragon.
Yeah, he becomes a biblically accurate angel.
True.
Oh yeah, Koraidon's also fighting dragon.
Koraidon. What's that?
Oh,
What is
But, like-
Haxorus? Is Haxorus just? Oh yeah,
Come
the dragon
on.
fighting. That is true. I mean, I think his design's
No.
awesome. I think it's mostly his headpiece though.
I like that, but like, what is it? Like I guess he just fights. I guess he's just Angie. Okay.
Well, he's
He's a hero.
supposed to be like primal, like bestial, right? So it's like the idea of fighting, like of applying that to a fighting
So he
type
could have
makes
been
sense.
like he could have been what in our world.
He would have been
Zach,
beast type. I
Dragon
definitely would have
Beast.
made
Yeah,
him dragon beast. Yes.
Ah,
Man, I wish that this Makuhita would become good boy. Cross chop. That does something cool. Let's use it. Let's kill this Voltorb before he explodes. What would you think to self-destruct an explosion, dealing twice as much damage as they do now, but you had to wait a turn before using them?
Oh. I mean, I don't even really use it.
Well, that being said, in the competitive scene, they are actually used. Because like sometimes, because the damage you deal from explosion is based on your HP, so you just like HP boost like an electrode to fucking ridiculous levels or whatever, and then you literally suicide bomb it to kill your opponent's ace, right?
None of you guys were in the Pokemon Club back in college, but
Correct.
Dave's go-to move for as defending his ice type gym was first Pokemon Glalie, Mega Evolve it, Explosion. that was his go-to move every single battle.
God, now that you say that, you make it like like imagine doing like instead of just types like you would normally do, it's like, all right, now here's the second layer of gyms where now it's based on theme instead of types. So it's like you
That was before. That was literally the Elite Four.
Okay, so super fair. But I guess like it wouldn't work for Elite Four because in my mind, if I were on that second tier, if I were to apply, I would just do self-damaging moves. And just the idea of like my entire team just using explosion. just like, listen, this is either gonna be a draw or you win. just every turn, just explosion, go fucking boom. Oh, my camera unfocused again. God damn it. This motherfucking camera cost me like $70, dude. Damn.
I think I'd taken like an interesting test about what like gym leader I would be, but it was by someone. Like someone had made it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty. I like the way they did it. Let me see if I can find it.
What'd you get?
The cutie patootie gym. Everything is teeny tiny.
Fairy?
Probably, because I do like fairy. I don't remember actually.
I would want to be either steel or psychic gym leader, but I know for a fact that I never get what I want, so I would probably end up being, I don't fucking know, normal.
Here you go. This is the one that someone made.
You'd be normal type.
Yeah, just normal type gym leader. I would put all of my investment into slacking. you go to the normal type gym and it's like slacking plus like the trick room or whatever that strategy is to like swap his passive so he's not skipping every other turn, and then you finally kill the two of them and it's like good job. On to round two. Round two is fucking Reggie Gigas, and then the exact same strategy. If that's the test, do you want to just do the test, Sava? Like you can ask me, I guess, because why not?
I guess it's a very interesting. It's not just questions. Like they've got pictures and stuff, but I could totally do that. Give me a sec.
Sorry, I'm trying. While you're doing that, I'm trying to fix my fucking camera. Or should I really? No one's watching. No one's watching this shit. It's fine. Just think it. Listen, this is just my VTuber model, right? That's why it's so blurry.
Yeah. Okay. Just fair. Okay. Let's redo it. You can do it. Okay. So pick a Pokemon for your team. You have Pikachu, Charizard, Greninja, Snorlax, Lucario, Mamoswine, I believe, the ghost dragon that uses
Dragapult.
Gengar. This is Umbreon.
These feel like all
Ivysaur,
unique types. Am I wrong?
Maybe. Ivysaur, Shuckle. Oh God, you need to help me. I can't remember all these Pokemons.
Tyranitar, Caesar, and Clefable.
Clefable, that's what. Okay.
Tyranitar.
Yeah, there you go.
I would probably do
Gardevoir.
No, I guess so. Well, because I said
also cool.
I said before that like if I could just choose a gym, like if I could just make a gym, I would want mine to be the Brilliant badge, and the idea is that it's all just like super smart Pokemon, so mostly psychics, but it's like Metagross, Gardevoir, Alakazam, so on and so forth. I think that'd be really sick. So yeah, I guess Gardevoir.
Okay. Where would you prefer to live? The beach, the misty mountains, the desert, a winter wonderland, the big city, the forest, a haunted village, a small town, a butterfly garden, or you're always traveling?
I would do the Misty Mountains.
The Misty Mountains.
We have to
Which is your
mountains
favorite
go.
activity? Are you ready for this?
Oh god.
Working out, hiking, studying chemistry, playing any and all video games,
Okay, that
board
one's
games
number
with
one.
friends, hanging in Discord VC, skiing,
What was the
swimming,
one
rock
before
climbing,
Discord VC?
Horror games with
games with
friends.
I hate
Oh,
you.
horror
Okay, we're gonna
games?
get
Okay, understood. Sorry.
Yeah. Swimming, rock climbing, just chilling with friends, catching fireflies, reading tarot cards, gardening, traveling to new places, reading a fantasy book, sunbathing, ziplining, accidentally staying up all night long, slaying monsters in an RPG, walking downtown in the city, or cooking.
Staying up all night by accident.
You enjoy that? That's your favorite?
Well, I mean, I do it so frequently, I might as well enjoy it.
Might as well.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
Hey,
Jesse got bug. Yeah.
Let's go.
What best describes your aesthetic? Fairycore, e-girl / e-boy, alternative, indie, goth, cottagecore, outdoorsy, sportsy, clean, beachy, country, lots of neutrals, casual, cyberpunk, streetwear, or luxury.
I would say casual.
I figured. Okay. Okay, what are you most afraid of?
Death.
Ghosts? The wilderness? It's not on here, unfortunately.
I think Ghost is the
Ghost-
closest then.
No, I would.
Maybe.
Grant, you're incorrect. I would love
Oh,
ghosts.
you're right.
Oh, that's true.
Are you shitting?
So,
Ghosts would
the
be one of the
wilderness-
best things to have ever happened in my life.
Oh god, earthquakes, industrialization, the cold, spiders, the ocean, volcanic eruptions, pretty girls, lightning, normies, the future, the dark, heights, being poisoned, mythical creatures, rock slider fighting.
There was 2 of them that sounded interesting. It was industrialization and pretty girls.
Okay, what are you more afraid of?
Basically the same thing.
Basically, this. I'll say industrialization because it worries me a lot.
What's your favorite game franchise? Kirby, Zelda, Mario, Minecraft, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing, Street Fighter, Spyro, Resident Evil, Diablo, Dark Souls, Splatoon, or The Sims?
I have to say, well, I the problem is I only like the one Dark Souls or the one Diablo game. I would say Dark Souls.
Prize. Okay. What's your personality like? Chill, outspoken, enchanting, dependable, nurturing, adventurous, resilient, feisty, mysterious, clever, outdoorsy, free-spirited, determined, intuitive, bubbly, toxic, daydreamer, down-to-earth, energetic, persistent, or passionate.
I'll be kind to myself and say energetic.
Okay, let me find that. Okay, got it. And then this one asks, what do you think you are? I don't know if this, like, changes anything and just gives you what you want, but...
Oh, is it just all the types?
Yeah, it's just all the types.
I'll say psychic, and I don't know. I'll say psychic then.
Okay, we'll see if this is the same.
It'd be funny if
Submit.
it just gave me psychic.
What'd you get?
So, I don't know whether or not this is true, but it may be because I just did the test and I refreshed it, but this is telling me fairy for Zach.
Lovely.
Let me try again and click all the stuff he said. One more time, just to make sure.
Is Ladybug part flying, Grant?
I believe it's bug. Let me double check.
No, you got fairy, dude.
Lovely.
Who are you fighting?
Doduo and Ladybug?
I think it's because not only did you choose Gardevoir, you chose Misty
Bug flying.
Mountains. You chose industrialization, which I'm like, that also makes sense, I guess, for fairy. And I guess energetic also makes sense.
I might change. How about, can we go back to the one where I said energetic then?
We can change a couple of stuff if you want. You still want Gardevoir?
Yeah.
Okay. You still want the Misty Mountains?
The only other thing I would say would be like a butterfly garden, but that's obviously the same fucking thing. So yeah, just keep it, whatever.
Okay. Favorite activity? Do you still want to say accidentally staying up all night long?
Yeah. It's the most accurate by far.
Okay. You're still casual. I don't think you can change that. What are you most afraid of? Should we change it to pretty girls?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Favorite game franchise? Same?
Can you read me the options one more time? Because like Mario's really
Kirby.
good,
Yeah, Zelda, Mario, Minecraft, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing, Street Fighter, Spyro, Resident Evil, Diablo, Dark Souls, Splatoon, and Sims.
but definitely Dark Souls.
Okay. And do you want to change? So you want to change from energetic?
Yeah.
Do I need to read all of this out again to you?
Yes, slowly, please.
Okay. Chill, outspoken,
I'm pretty chill.
enchanting. Okay, pretty good.
Wait, yeah, okay.
And I can keep psychic because I don't know if that really does much to change your thing. Oh, it switched. You have dark now.
What the fuck would we
Zach is
change?
evil. I knew it.
That does make sense. I'm just thinking that does make sense. He is evil.
It's starting to add up.
Zach
What
is
did
B
you
is
get,
B
Grant?
confirmed. God damn it.
Did you do the test, Grant?
That
What'd
is
you
that
get?
is my
I got
favorite.
fire.
I believe that you're Arcanine.
Oh.
Oh, it works out.
And Greedon is in fact a dark type, so
Is he?
yeah.
I thought he was just normal.
No, he's dark.
He's dark.
Okay, well, I'll switch that.
Edgy confirmed.
I don't know.
Jesse, are you watching stream? Why don't you just get into chat? You're allowed in here, you know. Are you worried that if you get in here, I'm gonna start interrogating you
No,
about
I even
submitting
changed some of my
your
answers and I
listed
pulled
retail
up Fairy.
items?
Is there anything else here I could say that's different? Will this change?
I'll be back.
Oh, that's interesting. I just changed my last thing of what do I think I am, and it switched it. Okay, so if I think I'm fairy, it's like, okay, yeah, I think it makes sense that you're fairy. But if I change it to anything else, I get grass. But I did switch up my other answers too, so I'm not sure.
Oh
Let me see
my!
if it-
Holy shit! I can't,
Shrill!
Saba. I can't even make this up. The last time we
that's
saw a
fine.
character with this character model, their name was Hawks, and this character's name is Tua. I'm not joking.
Okay, the majority of this is fair. I think, okay, I got fairy for the most part. I can live with that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, thanks to the creator of that, which is
That
their name is
was a fun
Jigglypuff.
quiz. I like that quiz. What if you just found? Because I don't even remember what website that was on, but like you could go to like Quizmaker or whatever and just find other quizzes if you want.
Oh, there was another one where it was. I'm gonna put your name for this. Zach. First things first. Where is your gym? In a charming little suburb, nothing much, but it feels like home. In a bustling city, you'd miss the gym if you weren't careful. In a secluded village with a deep history tucked away in the mountains. It's near an impressive natural landmark like a deep cave or a thick forest.
Probably that
It's in a
one.
moderately large town. The gym fits in with other Pokemon landmarks like the library or the museum.
Second to last one.
It's near a landmark?
Yeah,
A natural landmark?
like a
Okay.
like a natural landmark.
What's the layout of your gym? Literally just a couple trainers standing in a room, then a place for me to battle the challengers. Maybe some cool decorations, not much, but it's simple and it gets the job done. I stand at the end of a long and disorienting puzzle. Children will look up solutions online and I will laugh at their incompetence.
I don't even need to hear
Huh?
the rest. It's that.
Okay.
In order to beat my gym, you have to essentially play an entire like time loopy puzzle game a la Outer Wilds in order to get to me.
Okay, gotcha. The first challenger of the day is ready to battle you. When they finally see you, what are you wearing?
I shoot them in the
Normal
leg.
clothes, like-
Oh, sorry.
No, what are you wearing? Not what do you do?
Oh, sorry.
Normal clothes, I guess. If you saw me outside the gym, you wouldn't know I'm a gym leader. I dress pragmatically. Battling is intense and I need to be prepared. I'm not trying to prove a point or anything, but I dress my own style. I'm a gym leader. I can do that. Something that shows off my muscles. You know I'm
Definitely
tough
not
just
that.
by looking at me. I wear an absolutely dazzling outfit all the time because that's my gift to the world. You're welcome.
What was the second one?
I dress pragmatically. Battling is intense and I need to be prepared.
So that would be like athletic wear, essentially.
I think so,
What's
yeah.
the third one?
I'm not trying to prove a point or anything, but I dress my own style. I'm a gym leader. I can do that.
I guess that would be closest, because like if I was a gym leader, I would have tremendous respect for the position. So I would actually put a lot of effort into looking presentable in the sense of like, what would a trainer expect the psychic type gym leader of the region to look like? and I would definitely try to fit that bill, but I guess I would do that in my own style. Because, like, obviously outside of the gym, I would just be in a graphic tee and a Hawaiian shirt and shorts.
Yeah. Okay, you're in the heat of battle. What best describes your competitive spirit? Losing isn't an option. I'll give it my best shot. I'm just here to have fun. It's not about winning, it's about sending a message.
None of those are super close to what I would say. Can you read them one more time?
Losing isn't an option. I'll give it my best shot. I'm here just to have fun. It's not about winning, it's about sending a message.
It sucks because like 3 of those are kind of what I would say, because my real answer would be that like my fighting style is like, I'm not going to just give it to you, right? Like I'm not just going to give you the win. This isn't baby's first gym leader. I would probably be 6 or higher in the list. But at the same time, it's like I fully like I'm not here to like whoop your ass. I'm here to be like, are you good enough to move forward, right? So it's like I am here to have fun because that's what it should be about. Like, I don't know. I feel like I would do a little bit of like a King Boomy sort of thing, if that makes sense. So I guess I'm here to have fun makes the most sense to me, where it's just like, are you paying attention would be like my overall theme.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. The challenger came prepared, but you've got 1 Pokemon left and the battle is far from over. What sounds most like your signature Pokemon?
My signature Pokemon?
You'll see. It's well-rounded and adaptable with great coverage for any weaknesses. It's insanely fast or uses priority. It clutches out wins before our opponent can strike back. It hits like a truck, brute force all the way. It's a wall, nothing gets past us. It's clever, together we outsmart our opponents, or I don't know, I just like it.
It's some combination of the last 2. I guess I would say the second to last one.
It's clever, together we outsmart our opponents. You're not
well,
just gonna
because like
blow
I'm trying to
yourself
think of like what would the actual Pokemon be? The actual Pokemon would probably be Metagross, because typically in a gym, the last one that you've or maybe not Metagross, but it would be like my ace. That's typically what it is in Pokemon games. The last Pokemon in a trainer's lineup is typically their ace in some capacity, unless they have like the specialized AI. So it would probably be my ace, in which case my ace would be either something clever or just like my favorite Pokemon that is like 5 levels higher than the rest of my Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what the answer would be to that because it's a little tough, but what was the second last one again?
It's clever, together we outsmart our opponents, or IDK, I just like it.
Because obviously the theme of my gym is supposed to be that, like, are you paying attention? Right? So it being clever makes sense.
Clever makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, I would do that.
Despite your best efforts, it wasn't enough. You lost. What do you say when you give the trainer your badge? This question is flawed. I simply won't lose. Well done, challenger. You've earned this badge. Nice work, kid. Oops, ha, here's your badge. That was fun. Silently give the trainer the badge. OMG, this is so crazy. This never happens. Rematch soon. I lost to a literal child. Take this badge and leave.
I would like to make an addendum to the second one. I would definitely do like a dramatic thing where it seems like I'm really pissed at first, like looking down at the floor, and then I would throw my head back and like you know, fucking magnanimous laughter and be
and he
like,
has a gun and he shoots.
No, and I would be like, congratulations, you won. Like whatever the second one said.
Well
I would say that after a big
yeah.
laugh.
The player leaves your gym and their story progresses. Do they see you at all for the rest of the game?
Yes.
No, I spend my free... Oh, okay, wait, you just gotta let me... there is a couple of yeses here, okay?
Okay.
No, I spend my free time doing fun projects unrelated to Pokemon. No, I just get ignored, I guess. Yes, I'm friends with plenty of other strong trainers, and I appear in 10-second cutscene where I help take down the evil team. Yes, I'm a very active member of my town's community, and I work together with the player to run some brief errands. Yes, I share my knowledge with the player to help them navigate the region or find legendary Pokemon. Yes, I'm highly competitive and I want a rematch. Yes, I'm pretty and I want a rematch.
I'm pretty.
Sorry, I'm petty.
Petty.
Yeah,
I guess because the answer that I would give is that one of my favorite things from any Pokemon game was in Platinum. There was the Pokemon Lodge, or the Battle Lodge or whatever, where the idea was that every day 3 trainers would just be there, and they were like gym leaders from past, present, and that sort of thing. And it would be them, but it would be their ultimate form of their team, right? So it's like you would see my ass there. Like I would absolutely be there with like the most busted psychic team I could possibly come up with. So I would say the second to last one, I guess, because it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm competitive. It's more just like I would love to do that, I guess.
Okay. Be honest, was your gym all that difficult? Are kids complaining about you at the playground? My gym is tough and I've got a reputation. My gym is respectable. Yeah, I put up a good fight, but I'm not the talk of the town. And last one's probably not, lol.
Oh, there's only 3 answers.
Yeah, it's short.
I would probably say the first one. Because, like, that's the whole point, right? The whole point of the gym is, are you paying attention? And ultimately, a lot of players of Pokemon are not. Including myself as I'm playing this game.
It's been a long day, and you've battled dozens of trainers. How do you feel at the end of your shift? I feel overloaded by social interaction. I've smiled and maintained professionalism the whole day, but now I will go home and sleep. I feel fine, just another day at the gym, I suppose. I feel great. I love meeting new people in Pokemon every day and love showing off my team. Every battle, I learn something new and improve. I feel even stronger than ever. I feel pretty good. Occasionally, I have a battle where everything goes perfectly, and that keeps me energized.
I would probably say number 1.
You feel overloaded? Okay.
Absolutely. I feel overloaded just talking to somebody.
Your result is you have a water.
Oh, lovely.
You're a water guy.
I mean, fair. My second least favorite type, but I could make that work, I guess.
Here, let me.
What's your least favorite?
Send the link.
Bug. No, sorry. Correction. Sorry. I think Bug is like really underpowered. My least favorite is normal. That's why we had that whole fucking thing with
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait.
Now Grant can do it.
Now Grant can do it.
I'm gonna do mine really fast.
Saba gets fairy again.
Probably.
I think Quagsire might be the only female on the team.
I believe so.
Thick as a brick, tough as hell. Let's go. Myrtlate that Cacnea. I could go for a Cacturn, like if that's a possibility. I could do a Cacturn, that'd be fun. Also, who the fuck is this, like, absolute shit brick house of a woman that I'm fighting? Is this, like, an important person, or is this just a random?
She's a
I
bodybuilder.
remember, okay, I remember doing this before and actually got the same thing as before, but it wasn't fairy, I got ghost.
You got ghosts?
Yeah. That's interesting. I think I like this because it felt different, like the options. I thought it was pretty fun. Now I gotta hear what Grant gets.
Oh. Almost there.
Almost there. You can skip the last one. You can just press next.
Let's go! I got steel. That's what I want.
Yo, sick.
No!
Congratulations on your Aggron.
Hell yeah, dude.
Also, I'm not sure whether or not this even has a fairy type. That's interesting.
Oh, it might be too old. Well, no, it must have a fairy
Yeah.
type because the picture is of Gen 8.
Yeah, I don't know where that picture's coming from when I don't, like, there is no picture ever here. But yeah, sure.
Must be associated with the website, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Do
I would like to point out, by the way, obviously I had knowledge when I went back and did it, but when I went and redid last week's stream, I did everything that originally took 3 hours. I did it in like 25 minutes. Obviously, that was mostly because of like skipping text and not gaffing the whole time, but it was just funny.
Also, not having to deal with the black screen issue.
Very true. Very true. That did chew up like 20 minutes in and of itself, I think. Oh, I'm on top of the world.
I guess if I were to be a fairy ghost gym, I guess I could combine the two. I guess Mimikyu's my main Pokemon. I'm trying to look up to see what
fairy? I thought Mimikyu was normal.
I don't.
No, it's fairy.
Ghost fairy type. Fluttermane or Mimikyu? What's Fluttermane? Oh, it's like Misdreavus, but extra.
It's ancient Misdreavus.
Yes.
There really isn't that many fairy ghosts, which that's interesting.
I guess it's just Mimikyu for you then. What was my other? What was the other type? What was the other type I got?
You got water and fairy.
Oh, lovely.
Let me see.
I would choose. Oh, wait. Do I give a shit about Octillery? Do I care more about Octillery than I do anybody who's presently on my team?
You have Primarina, Tapu Fini, Azumarill, and Marill.
Wait, pause.
As your options of
pause.
Water Fairy.
Grant, why the fuck is this Remoraid level 20?
So remember when Jesse was saying that, like, yeah, you can get Octillery, it's just you gotta put in the work?
It's because it's level 20.
Yeah.
Oh, you're stuck, Grant, because you got Steel Fire, right?
You got I think there's one guy that
there's
is
only one dude. You have Heatran.
Yeah.
As your Pokemon. But
that's
kind of like
legendary, so you can't use
legendary.
that. So that means that you have to have. That means your gym is like a foundry, like a metal foundry, and your team is 3 steel, 3 fire.
There you go.
That's pretty sick,
cool.
actually.
I mean, I like that. I guess I still get my share of like fairy as well as ghost, I guess. Zach still hasn't chosen his top though. Out of Primarina, Tapu Fini, and Azumarill and Marill.
None. I killed myself, I think.
I definitely don't think that's his type, which is funny. Let's see, if I were to choose just 3 ghost Pokemon. Oh, I would totally have Poltegeist.
I can see that, yeah.
And I'm not going to include
Saba
legendaries in here, because I would definitely take this ghost horse. No, okay, so Mimikyu doesn't count because like Mimikyu's my top, so. I don't think I can do this Hisui form of Zorua. I think that's also pseudo legendary, right?
What?
I don't remember. For the Zoroark, that's the evolved form.
I mean if you wanted to try to have that on your team, I think I don't know. That's a little bit much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I feel like that's like a little too special.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did forget they made a Sinus tea, but it's matcha.
That is true. That's true.
Hilarious. Oh shoot, I have to be less picky. Okay, because ghost types are cool, but they're not like my favorite.
You have like Trevenant.
Chandelure.
Dude, I love Chandelure so much.
Maybe Pumpkaboo?
Pumpkaboo's fine. Oh god, Saba, you could have Pumpkaboo and then you could specifically have the one that's tiny.
Well, Pumpkaboo is the tiny one. You mean like in Pumpkaboo sizes? I just
Yeah, because Pumpkaboo comes in 3. Like the sprite physically changes in size depending on whether it's small, medium, or large.
I think I'll be running away if I were to ever see Marshadow.
Marshadow is also a like a mythic Pokemon, so I don't think you can use that.
Yeah, but Decidueye, I guess, then, out of all these other ones?
I don't know, it's a starter. I don't like the idea of
you know what? How about,
starters.
can I have the alternative Sinistee as well?
What do you mean?
Can I have, what is
version?
it? Yeah, can I have Sinistee? Whatever.
Why not? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have Pumpkaboo and then the 2 different Sinistees.
Just that. Where's your fairy?
Just a lot
Where's
of
your
tea.
fairy type?
Well, okay, you gotta let me look at the list, okay?
Well, what? Okay.
That was the what is it? So that was my 3 ghost.
Grant, I would like to say, I think one of my favorite parts as we're going through this, and I'm starting to pick up on, like, I guess the culture of
Jesus Christ, there's so many
of
of them.
Pokemon Colosseum more and more. I love how every single trainer battle, the trainers are fucking stanced up, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, they're ready. To
They are
go.
so ready.
So I would definitely have, what is it? The Galarian Rapidash, because that's like technically favorite Pokemon.
Unicorn.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Unicron.
count the Mega one.
Unicron from Transformers.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, I do love Sylveon. Oh shoot, this is a little harder now. There's more fairies
Ooh,
that I like.
Mantine.
I think I want Gardevoir too. I was wondering about Togepi, but I'm not sure. also
Togekiss
don't know
is
if I
real
would-
good.
I know, but now I have too many fairies that I would choose. I also like Hatterene too. I think Hatterene's an
Grant, do I
interesting
give a fuck
Pokemon.
about Mantine?
Do you?
I already got like 2 water types, right? They're
Also,
pretty
like,
okay.
Treemer-
Yeah, you got Quagsire. Who the
That's
fuck
why
needs
I would
Mantine?
just be a fairy type because there's too many fairies that I like.
You're getting
There's
rid of
also-
all the ghosts.
There's also Ninetales Alolan form as well.
Is that fairy?
Ice
Yo,
fairy,
Jesse got ghosts.
Cool.
which I'm like, I love that.
Is there a ghost
That's
bug? I guess it's Shedinja, right?
Let me find it for you.
I think so.
Oh, I need to say Pokemon.
I
That's how much
literally
love-
can't think of anything that's not that.
It's just that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesse got Ghost.
Yeep.
Okay, hold on. That's what you were saying, because Ghost Bug. Yeah, so I guess he would just be Shedinja. That's funny. Anyway, I definitely have more in common with Fairy, but you know what? I'll have a Fairy gym, and then I'll just have specialty be the Poltegeist.
Fuck you.
The double T's.
Your gym's like a tea garden.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Makes perfect sense.
That'd be cool.
Full of
2T
ghosts.
Pokemon, and then the other ones are like fairies.
Lovely. You know what my team would be? Now that I'm not
What's that?
allowed to do the actual thing that I want to do.
6 Metagrosses.
No. It has to be. It has to have something to do with water or fairy. And we already
6
established.
Metagrosses, but I put a snorkel on them all, so they're water type.
No, I was gonna say. I'm like, all right. Well, the council is forcing me to do this. I have to pick either fairy or water type, but I fucking hate that. So here's the plan. We're gonna do a 6v6 battle. I send out 6 whale lords, and they just crush us to death.
Body slam.
It's like,
That'd be totally nice. I think if I were to have a gym, it would be like a very you go inside and suddenly you're like, you feel like you're in a national park, but it's not like big scale. It's like small scale, and it's just really nice areas that you have to walk through and like do battle in like a scenic garden, and then the next one's like a little mountainy looking area, and then you're like, it looks real nice. That'd
Just
be
little
it.
biomes.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Why is this Mantine so fucking tough?
Shadow.
But like, it's like way tougher than anything I own.
It's level 33 also.
Well, what the fuck was I supposed to do? I'm literally killing everything. And there's no random battles in this game.
Oh wait, I totally forgot. Maybe in my alternate reality, if I'm the ghost type, my what is it? My gym would be a haunted library. You know, the type where it's like, oh, I'm sitting at the end, I'm sitting in a chair with like a side table. And then like there's a ghost, you know, what is it? With like spinning my spoon around like my tea as I'm reading.
Like Chantal, the Elite Four, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I can see
Maybe.
that. That's
only if I go in
was
that
that Gen
direction.
5?
That was, yeah, I think so.
Because that was wasn't there, I don't remember what the thing was. Wasn't there a thing with the Gen 5 gym leaders, or Elite Fours, where it's like all of them were super effective against each other or something like that? I don't remember exactly. Because I want to say, wasn't it? It was like fighting, dark, psychic, and ghost, I think. And there's some like type quadrangle that you can get out of that.
Fighting, dark, psychic, ghost, yeah.
Because psychic is super effective against fighting. Fighting is super effective against ghost. Or, dark. Dark is super effective against ghost, and then ghost is super effective against psychic. That's true. That is true.
They fucked up!
It's pretty spooky, though. I'm gonna cross-chop the shit out of this for it. Don't defense curl.
Zach getting pissed. He's like, don't you dare. Stop it.
Fucking do it.
I'll do whatever I want, Mom.
You're not my real dad.
You're not my real dad
It
anyway.
missed! The
You're not
fuck
my
do you
real
mean
dad,
it
Mom.
missed?
Not my real dad, Mom. Great.
Holy fuck. I think I hate this game. I don't. Just me. But it's just like, man. It's kind of a brutal Pokemon game.
Yes, it is.
It feels like when they were balancing it, quote unquote balancing it, it feels like they were like their goal was, hey, we want to make sure that every battle feels harrowing. So even a random I know this isn't a random trainer battle, but they're like, all right, even a random trainer battle should leave you with just one Pokemon left, and then you rush back to the Pokemon Center.
It's a hard game, bro.
I feel like living in the Pokemon world would be like good. You just had to stay away from Ash like at all points in time because
He's got the plot armor.
He's yeah, everything.
Get
If
away.
there's anything bad that happens, it's usually around whoever like the protagonist is of the show or the game. And I'm like, as long as you avoid them, I think like living in the Pokemon world is pretty.
I don't know if that's true, because there's a lot of, mostly with like the villain teams, but there's a lot of stories in the Pokemon games where it's like, you know, the bad guy team is like fucking up a town or doing something really nasty for a while.
Oh my god, you're right. I
Right?
did forget. Now, are we gonna take like canonically what they write in like the Pokedex, or are we gonna take it as in like how we've seen Ash lives with these Pokemon?
I mean, I'm going to, once again, I assume that most Pokedex entries were written by 10-year-olds and do not have accuracy. I'm assuming that the only thing that's real in the Pokedex is the automatic metrics that the Pokedex, like, takes.
Okay, then in that case, then it's way more reasonable, because if I went by, like, the Pokedex, like, stuff, that'd be really scary. I don't think I would want to live there.
Grant, I swear to fucking God, if I see that that's your finger pointing at Jesse's comment, I'm gonna be real goddamn pissed.
What
Yeah,
finger?
you better take that away, because like is there like how can you even possibly grind in this game? There's no random battles.
So Zach, Remember earlier when you did the Colosseum?
Oh my god, is that it? I mean,
So anyways,
depending.
Yanma.
I mean, depending. Like, I was able to pretty much button mash through that, so I guess it's fine. I don't know. I believe you'll reach the ideal grinding spot in the next area. Dude, I am super okay with at some point just putting on like a 4-hour podcast and just mashing A until I'm level 60.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just fucking breeze through the rest of the game. I want to experience the game. I don't want to experience the jank.
Jank.
Nice.
Well, while we have like 40 minutes left, let's do an actual banter topic, because I had a lot of fun today, but I think it would be an excellent opportunity for us to purge even more of the banter banks.
What if that's
Or
a
not.
dunking?
Okay.
Sorry, I was reading.
No,
I was like,
no,
do you
that's
people
fine.
know what it means to dunk on other people? I was like, whoa, kid.
Banter topic. Zach. Why do you think modern online podcast ads are just anti-ads?
I think I kind of already talked about this, and we don't have to get into super detail because I know that not everybody shares this opinion, but like, I whenever I'm listening to a podcast or something of a similar ilk, like YouTube or whatever, and I see an ad for like Squarespace or Bombas or Raycon or BetterHelp, I know just from like independent research that all of these things are like, they're better than nothing. Right? Like, if you literally don't have access to, like, non-garbage underwear, Bombas is fine, right? But even a modicum of attention and interest in actually looking stuff up would reveal an infinite number of alternatives that are significantly better. So it's like, I have this habit of, like, when I'm listening to a podcast and it's like, today's podcast was sponsored by... whatever they say next, I'm like, okay, cool. So that thing is like a C tier version of what I could get, you know? So that's what I mean by like anti-ads. I don't know if anybody else experiences this or agrees, but that's just how it is for me. One of the best quote unquote marketing things that ever worked was technically Opera GX, because the marketing was so good that it got Grant, and then Grant recommended it to me. Now, if Opera GX tried to advertise to me, I would have threw that shit in the garbage immediately. But because Grant was interested, I gave it a try. Didn't like it, but I tried.
Try.
Yeah.
Which is more than you could say for most of these other ads.
Well, yeah, because I feel like I don't know, it's different because like most of them are like subscription-based stuff, and I just hate the idea of I hate giving away my info to like I don't know. I remember I signed up for HelloFresh. Sorry, I was trying to think of what it was. I remember signing up for HelloFresh for like the free month or whatever, and now it's like every week we have like 4 like different unique slips in the mail being like, come back, we want you, and I'm like, go away.
Please.
You know?
Please, I need you.
Oh, I got an Ein file. Is it an Ein file because it's Einstein and it's about knowledge and intelligence?
No, because it means number 1 in German.
Is that true? Oh,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if that's why it's called that.
I
I
could absolutely believe that.
It's not.
Because I love the idea of, if that is real, Einstein, because Stein means stone. So it's like, hi, I'm gonna name my kid One Stone.
It's not. It's the name of a person.
Damn. Well, what's the German word for one?
Ein.
Okay, so you're saying that in the context of the game, it's a person, but it is the
Yes.
German. Okay.
It actually is the German word for one, but the reason it's called an Ein-File in the game is because it's named after a person named Ein.
Professor Ein.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it for that banter topic. If no one else wants to like chip in anything, but like that was it. It was just like it was a notion that I had because obviously I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff. So
I mean, it is the same thing in like just regular YouTube videos where it doesn't mean a whole lot, but like it just happened. Like for the Opera GX thing, like I just happened to be like, I like Firefox, but I kind of wish there was something else.
yeah.
So, and you know, it's free. So, but in the same vein, like you said, I don't like subscription services. I don't want to be sending out my info to fucking people. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like 'cause
So-
if it were like I don't know, like that was I think that was one of the reasons why. Like obviously the theming really struck with me, but I think that's one of the reasons why that really aggressive advertising campaign for Obojima really got me, was because it's like, hey, here's this thing that you're really interested in and you can actually fucking buy it. You don't have to like sign up for a subscription service. You know?
Yeah.
The I super respect Red and Blue from Overly Sarcastic Productions. And oftentimes they'll do ads for World Anvil. And I remember that was one of the ones where I looked it up independently and I was like, is World Anvil like worth a damn, right? Like if I actually wanted something to kind of help me keep track of my world building stuff. And everything I saw online was like literally just using 3 100% free like apps online that you can download to your computer does an infinitely better job than World Anvil. And World Anvil is like getting more expensive like every year because like as it gains popularity, they're just increasing their price. And I'm like, you know, I don't know. It makes my heart hurt a little bit.
That is unfortunate.
No, someone posted something on there. That's Saba again. Okay, lovely.
Jesse's typing now.
Favorite content creator doing ads is Mr. GG since he makes a unique rap song every time. I mean, that's fun. I mean, like I might not necessarily agree with Internet Historian. I think he's kind of a prick, but you got to admit his ad time like animated things are pretty good.
I mean, same with like, I mean, obviously, I don't think either of us really watch them anymore, but Game Grumps ads were always like memorable because they were always little skits that were very funny.
That's true. About to say
so,
more effort than just reading them, which I appreciated a lot.
There's literally one that fucking tricked me more recently, and it's shot like a telenovela, and it's they're presumably like actual actors and stuff. And they're going like, I would never betray you and blah, blah, blah. But I got you the new Game Grumps merch. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
I don't remember if we ever like officially talked on the stream about the that fake advertising campaign where it was hey, you know, it was on the Game Grumps channel, so I really should have known better. But like, Aaron had been talking for a while. This was like a while ago, but Aaron had been talking about how it's like he'd been getting into like retro game collections and stuff, and like it was like a video where it's like, yeah, we bought this lot at an auction, and I think we found like this old video game that like was never released by this like really like indie company. So we're like taking the files and we're revamping it and releasing it. And I was enthralled by the idea of that. I thought that was so interesting. And then towards the end, when it was revealed that that was all fake and that it was just like, I don't know, I felt genuinely like betrayed in a way that I hadn't in a very long time, where I was like, really? Did you really like first, like if you're just like, there's a difference between advertising and being like, look at this old game, like that's one thing, but like they put so much effort into the fiction that this was a real game from the past that they were bringing back You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there was something about that I
Rubbed
really
you the wrong
enjoyed,
way.
and so I was
Really
I was
rubbed you
exceptionally disappointed, I guess.
Alrighty.
I don't know. You want to do another one? You want to do another banter topic? I guess.
No, I think we're good.
What the fuck? What do you mean it doesn't appear to open from the side? Was that not? Did I really just do that? Like I thought I was opening up a fucking shortcut, so I didn't have to run through the whole fuck you building again.
I mean, you can leave. There's nothing else here.
Oh, well, what's that guy up at the top? He's like in front of a cave.
What the fuck? Oh, go back up?
Yeah, there's a guy standing in
Did
front
you
of
not
like a
talk to him?
cave. No,
Did you not talk to him?
I assumed that was progress.
Yeah. Zach,
Yes.
tell us about the indie game you're making and the 3 inspirations behind it.
Yes. So this was actually a trend. This is an older trend now, but it was a trend on Twitter that I thought was really interesting. Where, like, especially nowadays, there are too many good video games, and it's a shitty thing to say because that's a good thing. But it's really hard for, essentially 7 and 8 out of 10s have to try really, really fucking hard to get any attention nowadays. And so every once in a while, the indie game community will have like a bright idea as to like, oh, here's something that we can do that'll like attract more attention. And so he
Jesse was
has to go to
correcting
the
me.
cave. Do not leave the building.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Jesse was correcting me.
Is this a fight? I think it's a fight.
It's a fight.
Okay.
Beat the shit out of him. In real life,
will
just
do.
punch him.
Duken!
Fucking deck him in the face. Duken!
Quillfish and Goldine. Okay, so where's my plat? But yeah, sorry. What was I saying? So the idea was that using Twitter's like 4 GIF feature or like 4 image feature, the trend was, I can get a Quillfish. Awesome. Definitely gonna spend time on that.
Another option that we thought that was Zach.
Lovely.
True.
I'm
Man.
gonna
You want
kill
another
it.
water type, Zach?
No, don't.
You should have got Mantine, then you could add another one.
This game's so weird. Which I think is the point, but whatever. Anyway, sorry. So the long and short, you can see where this is going, where it's like the first image or GIF would be like the indie game that they were making, and then it was the 3 games that inspired it. And it was like one of those Twitter chains where like you would link to 3 other people that were making indie games, and then they would reply with their own thing. And it got like super, super popular. Like it started with just this one guy doing it one time, randomly, and he had linked like 4 people, and then that spread like a virus through the indie game community. And there was a lot of getting call. He has a call. But yeah. So anyway, so it was really cool, and it was a really excellent trend that I saw where you could like follow the like numerous chains of retweets and stuff. And I discovered like a bunch of really cool indie games on there. Sadly, none of them are, or not none of them, but like the vast majority of them didn't have like Steam pages or anything at this point because they were still so heavily in development. But they were all super cool, and I was very interested in following their development moving forward. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think originally when I posted this, I had a list with like a bunch of, links to like some of the more interesting indie games that I saw. But that was so long ago, I think I deleted that list. So. Dude, can you fucking electrocute somebody? Jesus fucking Christ. How is my electric type the slowest motherfucker on Earth? God damn.
Jesse's typing. I can see that Grant went because he got a call.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Not that. The next one you have on your list is Star Wars Adults Are Wild 2.
Oh, I should have, I think I should have unchecked that because Grant and I already talked.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Sorry, how far back was that?
Has
Oh, we already
Grant
talked about
number
how
code?
your neighbors flavor people's opinions of you. I know you and I talked about that probably privately.
Yeah. Bringing stuff to the table. I don't think we've talked about that.
Okay, we can definitely talk about that. It might get a little real, I guess, but
I like real.
there was
I
so I was watching like old clips from I was watching old clips from early seasons or just from Dimension 20 stuff, right? And so there was this moment where there was like essentially it was from the Fantasy High universe. You may or may not remember. There was a guy who was like he was like a turtle man or whatever, but he was like a kind of a he was a nerd. He was like a little incel-y like type, and it was like this thing where he was talking about like, well, women never go for nice guys like me anyway, so I understand. And Siobhan says something along the lines of like, well, if you're so nice, what do you bring to the table? And he goes, what? And he's like, well, what are you doing to like make yourself more attractive or make yourself more appealing to other people? And in the context of what was happening in that scene, it makes sense because this is like an incel guy that assumes that women should like be interested in
like
him
to do
because
little effort.
right. Well,
just
because he's
have
making the
people fawn
assumption
over him.
because like typically when people like that are saying like, well, I'm a nice guy, what they mean is like I'm not a jock, right? Like I respect women, but they don't really, right? So like in that context, I understand what they were saying. But it was a turn of phrase that kind of like sounded through my mind for a while, which was just the idea of like bringing stuff to the table. It makes it seem like the relationship is extremely transactional in a way, and not saying that it doesn't have to be, but at the same time, it was like I don't know. I feel really icky about the idea of like, well, what do you bring to the table in this relationship? And it's like, well, they bring themselves. Like, I know you probably want to like, you know, enumerate what that means, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, like how, like I guess the extension of this phrase is like, well, how much are you supposed to be bringing to the table? Right? This is why I think it's like an inherently transactional phrase, because like I feel like the type of person that says what do you bring to the table is trying to do like an apples to apples comparison of like, well, I'm contributing more, so fuck you. Right?
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's a group of people where like that's how they view dating, right? Where they're just like, well, I bring like the one part attractiveness on my side and then like my wealth or my job or like whatever, and then like you also need to bring, like I said, the same level of attractiveness or like some other skill that makes our relationship unique, I guess, in some way, or at least, and this is where I think it's like
Flappy just killed.
two
Sorry, Sabi, you just
outsiders.
killed
It's
yourself.
like oh, well, that's too
This
bad for him.
Flappy, sorry, I want you to continue because you're saying really good stuff. But I want to say, I think I'm actually might end up shooting this Flappy in the head. Not because it's you, but because this thing is so butt fucking slow. It's insane how slow this Flappy is. But sorry,
you gotta
please
do what you
continue.
gotta do. He's not my problem. But I think half of it's also like from the outside. It's how do people from the outside see our relationship? I think that's what that's a majority of actually the type of people that think about like, well, what do you bring to the table? I feel like half of it's also, well, what do other people see that you bring to the table? And I think it's a little weird because I do think it's like yourself is supposed to be like, well, relationships are supposed to be about supporting each other, right?
Thank you,
It's like
Josie.
it's a weird thing to say, like, I bring to the table the fact that I'm trying to support you, like, emotionally.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, I feel like
all
the
things in.
de facto answer to that would be like, I bring to my love for you to the table. I shouldn't have to list anything else, right? Like, because
Yeah.
if you want, like if somebody, like, once again, in the scenario in which the clip was being presented, he was like an incel guy, so it's like he thinks he's a nice guy when in actuality he's kind of an asshole, right? But like in the real world, when you say something like that, it's like, if somebody if somebody's not contributing to chores around the house,
there should be effort to the relationship.
Right? You're in this together, and that's important. And so like when you say like, what do you bring to this relationship? That's part of it, right? The idea of like, well, I don't feel like you're contributing much to this relationship, you know?
Yeah, like there obviously has to be something where it's like people are working to be able to, if you do love each other, you're working to stay in a position where it's like that could be what it is. Like you guys love each other and you're just like growing. But like there could be a lot of places where it's like you could love each other, but like you said, maybe one person's not working at all. And we do live in reality, right? So you do need money to be able to afford food or a place to live or stuff like that, right? So it's like you need to be working together to make sure you have something stable, and if one party is not doing that, then
because I'm thinking about it, and there's like it's like a really brutal double-edged sword that kind of saddens me. That is a trainer. I don't want to fight them yet.
When Grant comes back, we need to ask him what he brings to the table.
That's true.
I have been back, and I'm so confused by this conversation.
Grant, what do you bring to the table?
Grant, what do you
potatoes.
bring? Nice.
Oh,
Grant, what do you
nice.
bring to the table in this relationship? Answer me.
In this relationship?
Yeah.
Come.
I don't think that's good enough, Grant.
Whoa. All right now, buddy. All right.
Jesse, where the fuck
is
is this healing station? I'm gonna die.
Bro doesn't even know the healing station. Fucking critter moonwalking.
But what is it? Yeah. So
Well, sorry. To finish my thought, I guess.
Check downstairs.
There's like this. Well, I don't want to check downstairs. There was a fucking bad guy looking at me immediately. I'm just gonna go heal because I'm worried that.
Well, you think he's just a bad guy just because he's standing around?
He had the exact character model of a previously bad guy.
Oh, so now all the ORA trainers look the same. Wow.
That's
okay.
not what I said. I said those two guys definitely look the same.
Wow,
No. But anyway, sorry. So just getting back onto the relationship stuff, there was like a. It's difficult, right? Because like I'm thinking, because you brought up like just the hypothetical, not even hypothetical, but just like the scenario of like, imagine there's two people in a relationship and one of them loses their job, right? Now, or is jobless, period, right? There's two different ways that this can go poorly. Well, not even two. There's many ways that this could go poorly. But like, there's the, like, if the person is jobless voluntarily, that's obviously a big problem. Unless it's like, you know, it's your trophy wife and like you specifically have her as eye candy and like the benefit she gets is that she doesn't have to work. Like that's a fucked up dynamic you're allowed to have, I guess. But like if the person
there's
is
a nuance to it, yeah. I was gonna say there's a nuance to it, and if like, okay, if someone loses their job that's not under control, if you guys have enough money to support that until that other person either finds a job or whoever, I don't know, maybe the wife is the one who makes enough money that they don't have to worry about that, but that's like their decision or talk to like do. But it's no, if this person is just like a bum, no job, doesn't care because they're like, oh, my girlfriend / wife or whoever will just take care of it, that's like an assumption you make. Like that's not great. Like you shouldn't, I don't think you assume.
But on the flip side, and this is what like kind of sparked this train of thought, I guess, was that my mom watches a lot of like true crime TV shows and stuff, and it's mostly like husbands and wives killing each other, obviously. And there was one of them that like I'm reminded of in this moment where just a random fight.
Do you like Jesse being like, oh yeah, the healing station is
two guys. Thanks, Jesse. Like I appreciate it regardless. Oh, Anarith! I would love an Armorath or whatever its evolution is called. Armaldo, thank you. But yeah, sorry. So in one of the episodes of the true crime show that my mom was watching on TV, there was something where it's like the husband lost his job and it took a long time for him to find another, because sometimes that's just how it is, right? But then like when he got his new job, his new job paid significantly less than his old job. So now his wife was the primary breadwinner, and she started like bringing up this like whole thing of like, you need to make more money because like we're not earning enough with just myself. And he's like, yes, I know. And essentially what happened was that he started keeping a diary, which is interesting, but he was keeping a diary, and in it you could kind of read between the lines, and he felt so inadequate, like as a husband and a person in general, where he's like, no matter what I do, I cannot get out of this hole. And his solution was obviously the incorrect one, in which he opted to murder his wife to try to get out from underneath this guilt.
That's all of a sudden, we've hit.
And that's obviously like an extreme, but I'll remind you, it was a true crime show, so that's how that works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I have to remind myself of that. Yeah. Okay.
So, but it's like, I don't know. There is something about it in my mind that I do find kind of interesting, where it's like, Scoozy, where it's like, that is another aspect of this, where it's like your significant other could very much be like, what do you bring to the table? Well, it's not good enough. Do better. And it's like, I can't. Right?
I think the thing is as well, it is the attitude / potential, right? It's like if you are working towards something and people see you are working towards something, it's like even if you're not there, it's like I think that's also what matters. Like you're actively trying to do something, whether or not it's yielded immediate results is like besides the point, but it's like I can tell you're trying. I think that's the other big thing.
How do you feel about the what do you bring to the table conversation, Grant? I don't know if you've ever had it. I would hope not, but
I only heard like the latter half of this conversation, but like I don't know. I guess it just has to depend with what you and your significant other like want and just maintaining goals together, I suppose.
Like, is there a healthy version of that conversation? Of like, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring
to the table?
I guess the healthiest version is an intervention.
I think to Zach.
Right.
It's like, oh, what do you bring to the table? Like, what's your value? It seems like you were saying it's very monetary, almost in a way, or transactional.
Yeah, I was saying I feel like that conversation within that context is inherently transactional. Because I feel like if you're asking that question and expecting a likewise answer, it's because you're trying to make like an apples to apples comparison of like who is quote unquote contributing more, right? And I feel like that's, I don't know, that feels really gross to me. Now that being said, I would like I'll fill you in just slightly, Grant. The start of this conversation was that I was watching old clips from early Fantasy High stuff. And there was like this turtle guy who was like a little incel-y. And he was Sheldon or whatever. And he was saying something along the lines of like, well, pretty girls never go for nice guys like me, so I understand. And Siobhan responds with, well, what do you bring to the table? Like, what are you doing to make yourself more attractive or more appealing or more desirable to other people? And in the context of that scene, that makes sense because Sheldon needed to be put in his place. But I don't know. It would like I said at the beginning of this like topic, it just like kind of rang in my mind for a bit, like just echoed, where it was just like, I don't know. That feels like a really gross conversation to have.
I mean, yeah, but
like it's difficult because
like you said, the intervention being a healthier version of that. I feel like saying what do you bring to the table is a bit,
it's like confrontational in like a really transactional sort of way of like, hey, I need you to provide receipts of like what do you provide in this relationship, you know? Jesse said, I remember hearing a story where this wife slowly poisoned the husband by spiking his drinks with drain cleaner over the course of months. I mean, I believe that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
People are crazy, man. It's always murder this, murder that.
Murder, barely even know her.
Murder, I don't even know her. But yeah, So I don't know. I don't know if there's really anything else to like quote unquote get into with this topic, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. That was that topic. Hi.
That's fair.
Maze.
We got 7 minutes. Do we want to do another?
Or why not?
I have to live, Zach. You have to live every day knowing that Hunter x Hunter.
Oh
fumbled
fuck!
an
I don't know if we
idea
can do
from,
this.
like,
In
Oh
7
no!
minutes.
Don't you freaking! This is definitely not something
In
to
7
talk
minutes,
about.
I would
explain
like
how
to.
bad
I would
Hunter
like
x
to
Hunter
clarify what my. I would like to clarify what my thought was, and then we can have the actual discussion tomorrow, Saba, if you want. But like, by the way, tomorrow is early, right? Not late.
I believe so. I think we had our meeting last.
So the so the conversation that I was listening to via just like while listening to a podcast or whatever was one of the guys on the podcast is going through Hunter x Hunter, right? And very similar to me, he's having a very visceral reaction. I believe 2 of your team interests are in this cave. Oh, team interests. Interesting. Okay. So I'm looking out for a Vibrava. Let's go. Anywho, anyway, the long and the short of the conversation was that like he was like early Hunter x Hunter, they have that great intro where they're explaining what the role of hunters are. And he was talking about how like in his mind and kind of implied by the intro was that it was like, oh, the idea of a hunter is that they can do anything, but they're just a hunter of something. They're a treasure hunter. They're a bounty hunter. They're a monster hunter, right? Like all these different hunters.
A hunter of knowledge.
Like a knowledge hunter, right? Like whatever. Like they're literally just hunting something. And he was like, oh, that's really cool. Because like Gon's objective is to find his dad. So obviously he's hunting for his dad. But wouldn't that be really interesting if each season, because he had heard something about how each season was like super different than the last. And he was like, oh, that'd be really cool. If each season he's like trying to be a different type of hunter in an effort to like find his dad, right? Because his dad is quote unquote the ultimate hunter. But no, it was like, in reality, it's like each season's a completely different thing because the author just wanted to write something completely new at that point, right? And he was talking about how, like, like imagine what that show would have been like. It probably would have been a little bit more structured and a little bit more, not generic per se, but like you could have explored the world a little bit more thoroughly. And he was like, yeah, imagine like either a mini arc or like a season dedicated to Gon and friends being like ghost hunters, right? Just like imagine how different that would be and how you could slot that into the world easily.
They just want world building essentially. Like they want a arc that's dedicated to like they're fascinated by what the author
But that's the thing that Hunter x Hunter like grips you on initially is the idea of like, hey, there's this society of extremely powerful and influential people called hunters, and they do all of this stuff, right? And then season 2 is like, oh, and by the way, there's this like really interesting magic system called Nen. And then season 3 is fucking sick. I love season 3. And then every season after that, and like further into the manga, it's just like, by the way, we're just throwing all that out. Because it's like hunters are just superheroes, essentially. And Nen is just whatever the fuck I need it to be in that exact moment. And like, I know that the last time I brought up like quote unquote flaws with the Nen system, the call out was like, well, what about the JoJo stands? And it's like, yeah, true. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's something about like Saba,
I can't critique JoJo.
No, I can critique JoJo because there's a lot of ass pulling that happens in JoJo. But like, do you remember that when they're first explaining Nen, they were explaining that like, hey, you're born into one of 6 categories on this hexagon grid, right? And whatever you're born into, 100% of the Nen you use for that type of ability comes out, right? So you are 100% efficient in that. And then every time you move like further away from your original spot on this hexagon, you are less and less efficient at using that type of Nen. So it's like no form of Nen is locked to you, but like if you want to use the stuff that's on the opposite side of that hexagon, it's gonna take a lot more effort, right? That's genuinely interesting. The idea of like, okay, so Gon, who is an enhancer, I think, has a very clear and distinct weakness to specialist Nens, right? Post, like, even in season 3 and like post 4 and onwards, never fucking shows up again for any Nen user. They're always just using their magic powers, which is sick as fuck, but it completely throws the entire, like, you know, like this really interesting construction that they established in season 2. They took it and just throw it away because they didn't want to like adhere to their own world building, which is different. Like that's what Hunter x Hunter is.
I'm understanding what you're saying now. It's better than what I thought it was. You're like, it's not that like Hunter x Hunter's bad. It's just that they've established a lot of interesting stuff and they chose to move on.
And then they just don't pursue it ever.
Yeah,
like
so
they pursue it for half of a season.
Like they could have for each of those like people Gon was like fighting against. You could have added this extra like, hey, this is like their Nen type, or like
shown Gon really struggling against a couple specialist Nen users, right? Just something where it's like, hey, this person has such a weird power that my ability to just power through anything isn't really working, right? I'm thinking of like that season 1 before Nen was introduced. The hypest moment in season 1 was using the fishing rod to get Hisoka's badge, right? And that was just that was Gon being clever and actually performing a near impossible task. That shit never happens again in the whole show until like Chimera Ant arc, but that's like a whole different thing, I guess. Anywho,
it's just an interesting topic. Okay, it's more reasonable. You just the.
I was like, I was like, I did not put that in there just to shit on Hunter x Hunter. I was echoing a disappointment that someone in a podcast was expressing.
Yeah, it's just because there's a lot of cool elements to Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, this is the story goes around. Like it is interesting, like because like the Nen system that they explain definitely feels like fleshed
Grant, if you want to go, you can. I'm gonna just finish this battle and then
I need to wrap up
state, and then I'll be done. I don't know if Saba wants to keep talking, but ciao,
like
Grant. Ciao.
So.
Bye bye.
Bye. But it's like and some of it like pops up with like, oh, that's why Killua managed to get his thing because he gave up more in order to achieve like his Nen abilities or like whatever. But like the way they describe it, they could have totally gone into a whole arc dedicated to just really thoroughly playing out the whole Nen system that they made. But
and it's like it's not like every magic system or like superpower system needs to function the exact same way. But it was just like it was just disappointing because once again, like I love JoJo so much, and that's like one of the that's like. It's very seldom that there are a couple fundamental rules that Araki is really good at sticking to, right? The idea of like, if the stand itself is too powerful, fight the stand user, right? Like that's a rule. Or like, if a stand's physical strength is really high, its range, like the distance it can get away from its stand user is quite small. Like these are rules that are pretty consistent, right? And like on the occasions where those rules do get broken, it's for an interesting reason and doesn't feel bullshit, right? Where it's like, I don't know, once again, it's like, what was Killua's? Killua's transmuter, right? Because he turns Nen into electricity.
Yeah, I believe so.
Like I don't remember exactly what was the opposite. I want to say it was like, I don't want to say abjuration, but it was like something defensive or something like that. And I was like, dude, imagine Killua, like hyper assassin extraordinaire, going up against a guy whose Nen ability, like he specifically has a Nen ability that allows him to ground himself like a lightning rod. So Killua's lightning shit does nothing. And the guy is just too fast. Like, that would be a really interesting fight. But instead, we get the thing where Killua is just walking towards a guy and you see after images, which is also cool, but not Nen. You know?
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay.
Stay out of fucking hyper mode. It's just this Shroomish, by the way. I'm desperately trying to kill this motherfucker.
Is hyper mode just like we're not gonna do anything?
Hyper mode is
Really?
like confusion, where if they do get the attack off, it deals more damage, but there's like a 50-50 that they just don't do anything. And on the turn where they become hyper mode, it eats whatever you told them to do that turn. So it's just like randomly, sometimes it just doesn't do its turn, and it's really frustrating.
Come on, guys.
I'm working on it. And it's also the fact that this Shroomish is using Absorb, like, over and over. I can't really do much against that. This might kill it.
Let's go.
Yes! Thank Christ.
We did it.
So yeah, I don't know. If you wanted to continue this conversation tomorrow, we definitely could. Or this could be it, I guess, now that you understand, like, what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. Because he said that on the podcast, and then it's just like, obviously I did my classic thing of like, I just looked up on Google like 5_ space and then hunter to get like a list of blank hunters that just exist. And there was a lot of really interesting stuff in there. Like one of the ones that I legitimately think the author was trying to do for a bit was auction hunter. Like that's an actual thing that people say, where the idea is you go to specific auctions looking for specific items, so that way you can like sell them for like great value and stuff. And you remember that happened in season 3. That was like a thing that they did for a second there. And I was like, oh, so clearly this was just like the author got really into the idea of auctions for like an afternoon. But at the same time, it's like, that kind of would have been interesting. What would that world look like? Like, what would that wacky ass storyline look like where Gon and friends have to specifically get some items from this like giant auction house? And it's like, all right, we have to go up against Nen users that have money. You know, like what would that, like that would be kind of fun. Like you could write that in like a wacky way, you know, kind of like the once again, you haven't watched JoJo's because you hate me, but one of my favorite, and I've said this before, but like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, like JoJo quote unquote fight is against Darby the gambler, because it's not a fight. It's not about punching or being fast. It's just about like intimidating your opponent, and it's awesome. It's one of the best fights in JoJo, you know? So I'm just like, I would love to see something of that ilk in Hunter x Hunter, but they never really do that. The closest we get is the fishing pole, which is why it's why I remember it so fondly. But anywho, that's a stream. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow for early stream. And then once again, after that, it's up to you whether or not you want to do Baldur's Gate or whatever. Ultimately, depending on how I feel on Monday, we might end up doing like a 3-hour, maybe 2-hour session of Baldur's Gate on Monday. But all I know is that I need to actually spend some time this weekend recuperating.
Yeah, it's understandable. We'll see.
All right.
We'll talk later.
Well,
all right.
Good night, Sabo. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.